those are great, and these have been great. And then
Tapita.
that sort of, and you're like, no, those are for white people. Remember that?
Tapatio.
Whatever. I can't find them. I've been looking for them everywhere here, so I gotta.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't be able to find
No,
them.
no. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Dude,
No, they were actually very good. They were actually very good.
They're pretty bad.
They're disgusting.
So,
they're really nasty.
They were
potato rolls out here.
Martin's potato rolls. What?
Yeah, life sucks, man.
Martin's. They actually have Martin's now, or
no? I haven't found it at all.
They're in Texas now. I mean, they're
Life
all over
sucks.
the place. Okay, well, you come back and we'll give you some Martin's potato rolls.
Bring the Tapito, Josh.
What's up?
Oh, we go live in 2 minutes. Mike says.
Oh, that Tapatio. Listen, it was like I don't even know how to explain it, but all the dudes in the van that spoke Spanish on that day were like, that's trash, that's garbage, blah blah blah. And then Mike, the white guy, was like, I like them. I'm like, yeah, I bet I like them too. He goes like, they're for white people. That's all I got. So I was like, I'm gonna try it. And then the next day I was like, those were amazing. And Mike's like, right? I could, right? But
yeah,
whatever.
And they're totally not Doritos.
They're what are they?
Slightest. They're just chips. They're Tapatio chips, but they're not like Doritos.
No, they were like it was like a Dorito. No, it was like a Dorito flavor. It was a flavor on. Is it the right one? It might not be the right one.
No, Doritos does sell one that has like tapatio sauce on it. But
that's what I was talking about.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
They sell them at gas stations here. I've seen
know. That's where I got
I've
them.
had them once, and they were disgusting.
Amazing.
They're horrible. They're so bad.
Amazing. Okay, listen. I'm not saying you're racially biased here, but they are amazing.
If we were racially biased, then we would like them because Tapatio hot sauce is good.
No, they're not. And then you lectured me on authentic Mexican Tex-Mex food. Remember that? That's how this.
Yeah. Yes.
That's how.
We can try to define it to you.
Yes, and I was like, Torchy's is amazing. Torchy's tacos is amazing.
It is.
It is.
Joe Barra. Torchy's tacos.
Torchy's authentic Mexican food? No, but it's so good.
Torchy's meaning super hot?
No, just it's like a franchise. It's called Torchy's Tacos, and they have ridiculous tacos. Like
there's good,
amazing. Yeah, ask Mike Pinger about it. He'll tell you.
They have a competing brand called Fuego over here too.
Fuego, that's where it's at.
Yeah, so there's Torchy's and Fuego.
All right, so Torchy's or Fuego, which one's
Torchy's? I don't even need to have Fuegos. Torchy's.
Wait.
Torchy's.
I
It's like a flavor
Fuego,
of chips,
but
and Torchy's is like the restaurant.
Is it? No, I'm saying
Fuego is like an actual restaurant.
Oh, it is? Oh, well, I never been. I thought you were talking about the Fuego chips.
No, there's a restaurant that competes.
Yeah, you got to jump in, Max. Start bringing up sausage or something. Let's go.
That's the Pats versus Geno's argument that you get up here in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah.
I go for Geno's, and I don't even know the difference.
It's Philadelphia cheesesteaks is what you're talking about now.
Oh.
There's literally there are rival trailers in Philadelphia across the street from each other, and like it's just about who can have the biggest line. It's ridiculous.
I barely leave Texas.
I barely leave. Well, no kidding. It's 2,700 miles wide. That's why you never
drive
leave.
For 8 straight hours and you're still in Texas.
10
you're
hours later, you're halfway
12 hours
across the state. Yeah,
it's 12 hours to get to El Paso to Dallas.
And that's not even out of the like. That's like still 4 hours out of the state.
Hey, we're live.
You could go from
Hey,
El Paso.
we're live.
Oh,
whatever. Keep talking. Hey.
Hi, everyone.
Don't worry, there's like a 30-second delay. We're fine.
Hi.
Let's see. Damn, there we are.
So do we all just yell into the microphone now?
I guess how it works. I thought you fell off, Jeremy. You hadn't been talking in a while.
I don't know. I didn't know how to join the conversation.
Oh yeah, so
I've never had either of the chips, Fuego or whatever the other one was.
Listen, it would be like you know how you get about ramen noodles and you're like spicy, not spicy, and you're like really expecting Vietnamese versus Thai food. That's what we're talking about here.
Okay, yeah. No,
except it's Mexican versus like processed American for white dudes taco chips. That's what it is.
I see.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna throw
Taco
Joe.
Bell does not count as real tacos. But
Taco Bell. You're about to set it off.
More delicious food that I've thrown down my gullet.
You're about to set it off here. Go ahead, tell him he likes Taco Bell. Everybody hear
I
that?
love Taco Bell. It's not
Taco
an authentic
Bell is-
taco.
Wait,
It's
you
not
said-
Good,
real
but it's.
food,
I mean, it's
freaking
like
delicious.
good trash.
It's good
It's
trash.
delicious
Oh,
trash.
trash.
Oh, it's good trash.
It's good trash.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's something you have on those
yeah.
lazy days.
I don't know,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna lie.
Chipotle's
I
better.
ordered $50 worth of Taco Bell the other night.
So it was like
Impressive.
700 tacos. It used to be. Listen, I'm gonna date myself here, but back in the '90s, you could go into Taco Bell with a $10 bill and come out with $8 and change and be full. Like back in the day, Taco Bell was dirt cheap.
Did
This
you
whole-
quarter tacos, Bound?
Ooh, what?
When I was in college, they had quarter tacos.
Yeah. It was just absurdly cheap, and so
Wow.
and now I'm like, wait, you want $5 for 3 tacos? What are you talking
Go to
about,
Jack. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but go to Jack in the Box. $1,
dude?
2
Jack
tacos right there.
that's basically what I'm talking about. I mean, we don't have Jack in the Box in. Do we have Jack in the Box in
You don't
Pennsylvania?
have Jack
No.
Not here.
Y'all don't have Jack in Box?
No,
That's a West
Minnesota
Coast
doesn't have
thing,
Jack in the
isn't it?
Box either.
Not me, man. All right, I'm
What
getting
even
some.
is this country? Like, oh
What
my god.
it's wide apparently. Let's see. Yeah, we started a broadcast. Look at us. Yeah, look at me. I'm on
Yeah,
Twitter.
exactly.
Hey, hey, I like your badging, Mike. Nice job. I like that.
Where's
at
the
that.
link again?
I just tweeted at you or Instagrammed at you.
Oh, I
Didn't I?
got you. I don't
There you
know.
go.
I
Send
don't
that to your
know how
people.
Instagram works.
Really?
Followers.
I'm old. I don't know how it works.
God. Yeah, hey, I brought Joe. I invited Joe to this because he's into speed running. Do you guys know what speed running is? Like playing through games as fast as possible.
Oh,
Oh, I don't.
He says that he can beat Donkey Kong in 50 minutes.
Wait,
50
which
I
donkey?
believe it.
Which
I believe
go ahead,
it.
Joe. The floor is yours, Joe. I'm gonna throw it. There it is. Darth Joeus on the Twitch. Yeah,
ooh.
Yeah.
backwards. It's backwards on your screen. So Darth Joeus on the Twitch.
Oh, is it backwards?
Yeah.
That's my fault, man.
It's-
I'm not good with technology. I don't know how to operate machinery. I am playing the best Donkey Kong, and I base that largely on the music and how revolutionary it was. Donkey Kong Country.
Yes, yeah. I remember growing up playing that one.
All
I-
right, man. Yeah.
What year is that?
50 minutes.
94? 1994?
Wow. I was on my way to college. I wasn't playing. too
I
many
was
video games.
born that year.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew someone was gonna say it. I knew it. I knew it.
I wasn't
I know.
conceived yet.
Hey, yeah. Jeremy and Bree are not even thoughts yet.
Yeah, my parents weren't even married.
Oh, geez.
Wait, what year?
I wasn't a thought yet either.
94? 94? Oh,
My parents were probably clubbing
listen,
still.
the
Never mind.
90s were the greatest
Bound,
decade
did
of
you,
existence.
Bound, did you drag Bera to MagFest, or did you, of all people,
I-
who apparently
There you go,
speedrun-
Joe. How'd you do that? You flipped it backwards. Nice. Oh, no. Joe Barra, I invited to MagFest. And did you come? You didn't come this year, did you? Did you come this year?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, the one day. Yeah. So there's one day. Yeah. And so yeah, it was like we had been
Donkey
talking about
Kong
it forever.
and everything.
That guy was there for he ran, I want to say Donkey Kong Country, the whole thing. He was flying through it.
Yeah, the world record is 31 minutes and change. which
Dude, it
is-
was absurd.
That's
it's
insane.
like 31 and 25, 31 and 26. Like the difference between first and second is 1 second or 2 seconds. And then there's me in 170th, which I am pumped about.
Listen,
Lord.
170th.
listen, if you can drop that to 107, I mean that's amazing. That's like a temperature, you know?
I'll go through it
A lot
sometime.
of things in life. You don't need much.
Little things. I mean, if you can break 100, it's like losing 70 pounds. You know, like it's good.
Yeah.
It's an
We
accomplishment.
did that. I did all of
BRB.
that on stream, and we got that time down from 4 hours to 50 minutes in 1 week.
Good chapter
Wait, so
six.
you went from 4 hours to 50 minutes in 1 week?
Over that week, I put about 30 hours into it, but yeah.
Dude.
So basically a full-time job.
You worked for the week.
Doing that.
Has anybody? Okay, so Jeremy, what have you committed to this? What's the most hardcore game you've gone after?
Nothing, but I've been committing my moral support to the crew,
The
to the
crew.
Darth Joe's clan of idiots.
He is
Sponsored, by the
officially
way.
part of the clan of idiots.
And Alejandro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Right now, I'm actually answering some messages for the Valorant team.
Oh, nice, nice. Is that the new League of Legends first-person shooter thing?
I'm so
Yeah,
bad at it. Oh my god.
Is it out? It came out.
the
It's
beta,
in
the beta
closed
right
beta.
now you can get if you connect your right to your Twitch and then you watch at least 2 hours of Valorant
Jesus.
streams.
Of
Right,
course.
I know it's a
Of
pain. Well,
course.
I actually spent like 3 days with my iPad running the stream, and I didn't get a key. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. 2 days later, without watching any streams, I just got the key, and I was like, oh, okay, great. I'm like,
Okay.
I met the criteria. So far, right now, there's a lot of people playing the beta. There's a couple glitches, like every once in a while, you'll try to queue up, and it treats you as if you're already in a game, so you can't join someone else's game.
Oh,
And then when
okay.
you restart the game and come back in, you get the penalty because they think that you were queued up before
Oh, nice.
and you
Yeah.
just didn't select the character. So it's still going through glitches right now. There's a couple colleges already that have teams formed, and we're playing scrims with them already. For
Wow.
those who
and
got the beta.
So is this their try at taking over Overwatch? Is this kind of what
CS:GO
they're
and
doing?
Overwatch, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of. It looked like CS:GO to me. It didn't look like Overwatch, but the graphics didn't seem all that good. At least
Well,
I
it's
didn't think so.
it's supposed to be more like a CS:GO
Yeah.
mechanics wise, but then with each character's special abilities, their alt, everything, that's where like the Overwatch aspect comes into it.
Oh.
And even then, they're not done with the beta because they're wanting to have the first official release with 12 characters, and there's only 10. So apparently, there's 2 more characters missing that we haven't seen of yet. But there's people who have been doing trying to unlock. It's because each character has like different perks that you can unlock as you keep playing. So everybody's trying to already unlock them for each character. And it's a pain. I've been playing for 2 weeks, and I'm barely about to finish the first character.
So they need to make it. I'm hearing you say they need to make it a little bit easier.
No. It's
Sounds
good the
like
way it is.
That sounds like a lot to me. I don't know about you, Max, being an old man like myself. Mike Pitcher, you might want to agree with this. Well, you have a
Age
job.
is
You get to play
relative,
video games.
man.
And no. Age is
Hey,
age is
Taylor, hi.
relative. Age is relative to responsibility. Okay, so let's talk about that. All right. So the older you get, the more responsible you have to be. So that here you go. Who's talking about being old? Yeah. No,
Josh.
denying it.
Not
Go
the
for it.
year. It's the mileage.
It's the mile. Yeah. I'll give you that. It's the mileage.
But it's true because younger cars can break up some good miles.
Yeah, I guess.
See, it's all relative, man.
It's so to keep this going. So I was bragging on Max Jamili and his finger game, and you want to
What's
start
up,
teaching
my
us
thing?
whatever. It's
I
the finger games.
saw a little bit of it, but that was it.
So who do I have to teach here?
The world is watching Max
Everybody?
Jamili. Get it?
Well, I'll tell you what, Bound, you're a history guy, right?
Yep.
So you want the history of this.
Sure.
This game dates back to the Roman Empire.
Stop
And
it.
what I'm serious, it's called Mora. And what would happen is like these centurions would get orders from their commander and they'd look at each other like, you want to do that? No, I want to do that. And what they'd do is they'd throw fingers. Now, the game, as I was taught, I grew up in northeastern Pennsylvania, a little town called Hazleton, and they have this tournament every year. Around this time, a couple months ago maybe, and a bunch of people would get together and they would throw fingers. That's what we called it. We didn't call it Mora, we called it fingers. So I'm going to teach you how to do this. Give me a second. I got to prepare myself here.
Here you go. By the way, Max is a board game junkie. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There
she's some
it is.
paper.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm moving up my
boy
hands.
is ready.
we'll do this in English for you because
Here we go. Because he does it in Italian. I love it. Let's
in
go.
order to play fingers, you got to know uno, due, tre, quattro, cinque, sei, sette, otto, nove, dieci. And I don't expect you guys to learn the Italian 1 to 10 really quickly. So we'll just go like English stuff, all right?
That's
So what
basically
you gotta do,
Spanish.
you get
1 to
one in your
10.
hand.
Thank you for me, the only English speaker here. I speak straight English, nothing else. Spanish people, they got it's like whatever.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's Spanish.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors. Where you go? Bada bing, bada boom, bada bap. And you're gonna throw a number of fingers out, 1 or like 0 to 5, and then you yell out a number. So, bada bing, bada boom, 2. If you, so Josh, you and I both threw.
Okay,
2
get ready. Here we go.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Got you.
So you want to yell? Do it again.
Okay.
Bing,
Bada bing, bada boom, bada.
4.
4.
And you keep going until you get a point. And depending on who you're playing and how you're playing, you go best out of 3, best out of 7, gets a point. You play to 7 points. You can go even odd. It's
so how do you get? How do you determine the winner? So like it's the person that says 3, and so each one gets a guess, right? So
no,
like
you yell at the same time.
6, right? And my 3, and you got a 3.
I got 2.
So nobody got a point.
So we just go again.
Okay.
1, 2, 5.
5. That's 10. Okay, I see what you're
I'm
saying.
confused as to how you get the point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, okay, so this is Max's hand, right? And
Yeah,
he
go
goes
ahead.
bada bing, bada boom, bada blah, and we both throw numbers, right? Fingers. And he's gonna yell
4.
7. We'll say 7. He puts out 4, and I put out 3. He was right. So he gets a point.
Oh.
So he gets a point. You see what I'm saying?
So there's
So
a lot
who
of
is the
strategy
number
there.
caller?
If you throw
Absolutely.
a 5 out, you know the answer is not going to be less than 5.
It's got so if you're like
What's
Throw a
7,
0 out, you know the answer has to be between 0 and
can't
5.
be more than 5. Yes. So if you throw
Got
So
it.
no matter what number you throw, it kind of you can tweak it that way.
Yes.
I'm
Now-
literally just gonna keep saying 7. Like 8.
Now, check this out.
I'll be
Second
right at
invention
the
has
point.
come up.
There are people who will play with you and they'll start figuring out tendencies. It's like football. Like, okay, I'm gonna watch film on this girl. Oh, she throws 2 and says 5 all the time. So now I'm gonna start throwing 4, and I'm gonna start. And people are a lot better at it than I am. I don't win a lot.
You're good at the bada bing, bada boom, bada bam.
yeah, shabam. And then the hat switch was phenomenal.
Well, you like? Well, now go back to.
Okay.
Oh.
Indiana Jones just showed
Mike
up.
is
What
gonna
is
like
this?
that hat.
This was the old Indiana Jones hat.
Yeah. By the way, to shout out to
Quite
Max
differently
Gemelli.
Depending on the hat style you're wearing, does the Indiana Jones hat mean you throw higher numbers?
I don't know.
It's more risk involved.
Play with you, no fun, Dr. Jones. No
And
fun.
you're no fun. You're no fun. So shout out to Max Gemelli and Sig Tau Lefty there, because he is a board game designer. He's all about board games. So he's got his own board game. It's on the. Is it on the market?
Dude, that's
Not
so
yet.
cool.
Either later this year.
If you follow him, it's always him and his son and his family. They're playing board games a lot. He has there's a lot. It's a baseball. He's a baseball guy. So you want to tell him about the game? You want to tell him about the game? Yeah.
So like most baseball games that you guys probably play, I'm a big video game guy too. I actually just watched the 10 best Nintendo Entertainment System games that this guy listed. He was totally wrong. But a lot of baseball games are 9 innings. You throw balls, I hit them, stuff like that. And there are a couple board games that play like that. But the game that my dad and I designed was more of an ownership game. Like you're the owner, and you play through an entire season. Bound played. He'll tell you, you play through.
Once I got screwed. I got screwed because he didn't tell me the rules beforehand, and he literally screwed the new guy over. It's all right. It's all. Now I know. Now I know.
So sad.
Now I know the secret. I'm not telling Joe because he might show up one day, and I'll know the secret. All right, go for it.
So I mean, you're the owner, and you're building an organization. You like Josh said, you're building a stadium, and it's one of the best games that I've played that plays 8 players. A lot of times, if you have a board game that plays with 8 players, you have a lot of downtime. All right, you take your turn, and then you got to wait. Even if every other player takes 1 minute, that's 7 minutes between turns. That's brutal. But this game plays pretty fast for an 8-player game, and it's not like Fingers, where a lot of people are yelling at the same time, but it's like Fingers, and a lot of people are yelling at the same time. So I think it's a lot of fun. But I'm biased.
It was pretty cool because it says there's a schedule. It says like I'm playing for New York or Chicago, right? So if Chicago is playing New York today, so I'll roll against that guy who's New York, and then the next turn I'll be playing that guy over there who's Boston, and then so you play the whole field, one kind of person, one one team at a time. So it's pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. You can tell you put work into it. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, 6 years since 2011.
Wow, and it's almost on the market, or is it like where is it?
The company that signed us is like they have a couple games ahead of us in queue, but they're going through a partnership deal. So things are kind of fluid with us. I mean, for all I know, we could be out next week or we could be out next year. So I've learned to not tell people look for us now or whatever.
Breezy Guy just trumped you with cookies, by the way. I'm sorry. She just ruined that moment with
I
me.
almost knocked him over.
Those are cookies. Yeah. Well, very cool. Hey, Jeremy, can you play some saxophone for me? I feel like I'm the ringleader on this, but I'm throwing people under the bus. Here's how it works.
Do I have to?
Jeremy, I promised El Paso Careless Whisper on the saxophone with air grinding. I turn the background off. No, let it all out. You know how, Jeremy, you know how you do it. Just don't get naked. Just don't get naked.
No promises.
Literally every saxophone player knows how to play that song.
Yeah, Careless Whisper. Here it comes. Let's get it. Watch this. Let's go.
Hold on, I need to put on my skirt.
Oh, there you go.
I gotta get the outfit on. You know,
One leg at a time, right? One leg at a time.
Wait,
By
no
the way,
way.
Jeremy is my human mascot. He is the Just Jeremy Show kid. So I sent you guys the Just Jeremy Show links. This is Jeremy, the guy that does all of our hey, you should learn how to shake hands well, which we don't do anymore, because the virus.
I don't know. I gave you content for the coronavirus before we all left.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
Just
did.
saying.
I know you did, and I never posted it because I was like, I don't know. This is a sensitive time. I don't know if we should make jokes about it just yet.
It's all right. I can make jokes about it.
Are you about to say because you're Asian? That's the
No,
only part
why
you're
would,
missing.
why would I ever say that?
That's the only part I was just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
No.
He says it all the
Words in my
time.
mouth.
No, you have to understand context. He says it all the time in my room. He's like, "It's okay, I'm Asian." I'm like, "What does that got to do with anything?"
Oh, it's all right.
I had to work an event at the beginning of March, right before the world ended in Minnesota. And they weren't doing handshakes, but they were awkwardly bowing or doing the foot thing because they didn't know what to do yet. And everybody was just kind of shuffling along. And there's that thing in Minnesota where it's oh, just gonna stop right past. So I heard that so much at this event.
I'm gonna slide right past you. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What's
They're
it? That's the saying?
Yep.
Wow.
They're,
Oh. Here we go.
Hold on. I don't even know. I haven't even played
Is it
yet.
tuned? You can mute yourself until you're ready.
Not.
Listen, mute yourself until you're ready. All right, hold on. Here we go. Just it's all about building it up. I mean, he
The sunlight off the
Is
instrument.
he just gonna
the glisten. Oh wait, no. Just let him make love to this air guitar right now. This is, I mean, Jove's seen this. This happens all the time in our building.
All the time.
He's just air grinding on nothing. Just because that's who he is.
He's great.
Yeah,
He's great.
I will miss the kid. I will tell you that much.
Will you though? Will
I
you?
will. No, I will. You're like one of those
Andrew
dudes.
Chen, if you're watching this, take my position.
Andrew Chen, you will never be Jeremy Satiawan.
I don't know, man. He's in the chat, bro.
Yo, hardcore real question.
Yeah.
Did you just do that? Did you just tune it by memory?
No, I don't know how to tune. I'm the worst. I'm second to last in the band and worst saxophones. I'm gonna be real with all of you guys.
Not the worst.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're bad.
You know.
I'm just here for the.
They're the only
meme.
people I beat are
Jeremy's consolation. My band director in 8th grade told me I was the worst member of the band.
Ever.
If he's watching
There's
this,
only one way to go
I
with
almost
that.
quit band.
Yeah, be like, at least I made the cut, kid.
It's okay,
I just
my
realized
teacher
I was
said the
muted
same
for
thing.
Wow.
5 minutes.
You
I
know
was
what they
told that
call the
too.
guy who graduated last in his class in medical school?
No.
Doctor.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, he's still a doctor. He still made it.
Oh.
I don't think you should trust me to be a doctor. I'm gonna be real with all of you guys about.
All right, here we go, Jeremy. No, I don't know if I trust that. All right, here we go. Careless Whisper. Get it, dude. Get it. There it is. Pelvic thrust. Let's go.
Oh,
Hey, I'm throwing quarters at you right now because that's what that's. There-
I was gonna say you can't be throwing money at me. I'm underage, but I'm 18 now, so I can.
You're 18. Yeah, yeah.
That's all legal.
By the way,
Join
anybody
the
who-
club. I probably
listen-
shouldn't admit to that.
we promised Jeremy a shout out. He is looking for an active wife. He's trying to get married immediately, just for everybody's knowledge.
If y'all have any friends, hit me up.
You know what's funny is that Josh came to me with that question because of our location. He's like, "You know all about this, don't you, Sarah?" And I'm like, "What?"
Because of a conversation I had with Mike. That's why, not because I'm racist.
I hope not.
No. Hey,
Give
Breezy
me
Guy.
URLs.
What?
What's up?
Mike says,
me your
if you give a URL, we could set up findjeremyawife.com.
Oh,
all right,
wow.
so
I mean,
I
we
have
actually can do that if you wanted to.
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
we have people who can code you a website.
No, I
Mike
got
can-
this. I already have a friend. I have two friends. They're going to two different colleges. I'm gonna
You've
give
done
them my
that, trust me.
I'm gonna give them my bio and a photo, and they're just gonna plaster it around campus, right? And then when they find a candidate, they add me into a group chat on Snapchat with them, and I play like Bachelor with them, like with the rose. Is that not a
Date-
good?
you should do
No,
like the
I don't
dating
watch.
game, dude.
No,
You should do
don't
the
do
dating,
that.
like Chuck Woolery in the dating
No.
game. Like you go out with 3 different people, then you choose one.
I can do that.
Yeah, be like, I think, yeah, Chuck Woolery,
That's what number 2.
2 and 2, 2 and 2. I'll be back at 2 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, we're old. I know. Look at all the young people. They have no idea. It's all right.
What is? Get on
Sorry, what
YouTube.
happened? I blacked out.
You-
Treasure.
Watch a YouTube Chuck Woolery. You'll get it.
He's the best.
Joe, you don't know. You have no idea.
Did you ever watch Naturally Stoned with Chuck Woolery, where he would just
No.
take you around and you would follow his life? It was like one of the
No.
best shit ever.
No, I've never seen that. Is that on Netflix?
I don't know. It was on TV Land years ago.
TV Land.
TV Land?
Stoned?
I was talking about TV Land.
I
Yeah,
remember.
TV.
No, I haven't seen
Remember that
TV
being
Land.
old when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My God.
It's still up.
Yeah, he would
Is-
take
is-
you on trips to the
I haven't
grocery store and say, "I love cottage cheese," so I always buy this giant tub of cottage cheese. It was just a day in the life of Chuck Woolery, except they would do it every week.
Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. Like that. Wow.
He is a
Just
hero
wow.
of mine.
He's a hero of yours. Okay. I'm sure. I mean, if that's what you got to go with, right? Breezy Guy, who's your hero?
Who's my
Carol-
hero?
Caroline, who's your hero? Mike
Oh.
Pitcher. Say it. Mike Pitcher. Get some points.
I was going to
Easy.
be like, I need a raise.
Cookie
Myself?
Monster. There you go. Mike Pitcher says Cookie Monster. Yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
I don't know that.
I'm down for
I
that.
don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's
don't
been
know.
through what I've been through.
Well, Bree, you are a special person. Okay, a special person. Yeah. So you want to tell them about your experience with MagFest? You want to talk about that, Breezy Guy? I'm
The
throwing
what?
everybody. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. What you do? Yeah, because you kind of alluded to what you do, but you haven't really said anything about it.
What? Oh,
Like your
I mean,
whole-
I'm in audio visual tech. I specialize in camera op.
By
I'm
the
a-
way, yeah, Breezy Gipe is one of the 2 people I told should drop out of college in the history of me teaching. I was like, yeah, you don't need college. You should go get that job that just said $55,000. That's yeah. The other one was Mecky Leaper, and he's on Saturday Night Live occasionally. So yeah, those 2 people.
You know what? Hey, real quick.
Oh, edit that
Val,
one out for campus. Nice. You edit that out all you want, Mike. It's the truth.
I taught Leaper. And if you have a chance, if you look up
That kid.
Vave,
They, oh yeah.
absolutely. Now I think it was my first year, so I
I don't
I
know
was
if you want.
Vave was the most entertained I've ever been by that kid.
Yeah, Mecky Leaper. Mecky Leaper is a comedian, and he talked Comedy Central. I believe it's Comedy Central into
Yeah.
letting him have a show in which he sold a fictitious product, and he had to come up with the whole scheme and run this program in like a 48-hour window or something. And he
No,
locked
he-
himself.
He was isolated. No, he had a week.
Yeah, like it was something where he was isolated, and so he came up with no
topical. What do you? Some guy sneezes into a tissue.
A sick person sneezes into a tissue, and then he would process that just to prove that you could sell anything, and people were trying to buy it. He said, when I talked to him, he said that that he was literally approached by like the actual FBI because they thought he was fraudulent, like he was selling lies, and he made this, and then he shot a television show about like this whole fictitious. He was in Time magazine. He was everywhere about how stupid the media can be and how stupid people are. He was selling snot rags for like $80 a box, and it was so he was like, it's ridiculous. People will buy anything,
but people went for it.
Look at it, it's Vave. And he was like, make it Scandinavian. And he just was like, whatever.
It was like Nordish for tissue.
Yeah.
Like all the companies are from Sweden or something.
Oh, dude, it was ridiculous. Yeah, Mecky Lieber. I should have got him in this. That would have been fun. Mecky Lieber. Wow. All right, so now, sorry, Breezy Guy, I ruined you. You want to...
Mecky's a little cooler than me. It's okay.
No, he's not. No, I prefer you to Mecky Lieber.
Don't tell him you said that.
Now he's never going to come on the show.
No.
Wait, Bree, what do you do?
Oh, he's gonna want to defend his honor.
I'm an audio visual tech. So at MagFest, did you go into the concert hall at all?
Yes.
The big one? You know that big, I swear. I have a problem with my mouth.
What?
You know that big ass camera that was
There we go.
boxes?
Let it happen.
I was running that. That's what I do.
That's
And
incredible.
I helped set up that entire stage and the show and the lasers and the lights and the front of house.
So right now she's
you're my
poor.
hero.
Yeah, well, right now she's poor because nobody's having shows.
Yeah, right.
So that's why she's baking cookies. Yeah, she's baking cookies.
Yeah. My company's out of business.
Good
No, I'm
boys,
not
I like
kidding.
it.
My company's not out of business. Not yet. But yeah, I do stuff like that. My full-time job is more corporate based. So we focus on like corporations like Be the Match, who are the people who like go find blood donors and stuff, and like, I don't know, the like transplant people. And other corporations. We've done events for Wells Fargo. We do events at the XL Energy Center, the US Bank Stadium, and lots of corporation gigs. But my freelance job, I work for a company called Sonus, who holds events like MagFest or Anime Central that got canceled.
Oh.
It is the Midwest's largest anime con with 35,000 attendees, and it's great. It's awesome. It got canceled. Life sucks. The event industry is not doing hot right now, but I don't know. I love my job.
It'll be back. It'll be back, right? It'll be back. I think MagFest. I'm worried about MagFest in January.
MagFest is happening.
I'm
As
keeping
of right now.
I'm keeping my happy.
This year.
What's up?
The theme is Doom.
Doom. The theme is Doom this year. All right. So why not prepare for the end of times?
MagFest is being held in later January though, so you can't match it up with winter break anymore.
That's fine. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
MagFest is for El Paso folks or everybody watching. MagFest is music and gaming festival, and they have like 6 or 7 massive things all over the country. They're not. It's not as big as like a PAX. Like,
It's 25,000 attendees go to MagFest. We have.
It's a good size.
We have 3 or 4 concert stages. The event runs consistent. It doesn't shut down. So it starts at 4 o'clock on a Thursday and ends at 4 o'clock on a Sunday. You could be really drunk at 3 a.m. playing
and still do something
in the expo hall, doing something, you know.
Yeah, it's like they have like a 2-hour window where they're like, we advise you to take a nap.
Yeah.
And in the LAN room it says no sleeping here, but keyboard napping is okay.
Yeah.
You know, so like as long as you're on your stuff, it's fine. They're fine with that. But you cannot sleep here for 4 days. You got to leave and come back. Like, yeah.
But you can keyboard nap for 4 days?
Listen, the people that are there, Why not?
Everything is relative.
Yeah. I'm a fan of. I've been trying to line up an RV to park in the parking lot.
There's been a big debate between
know.
volunteers that want to camp out in the expo hall. They want an expo hall just for camping.
Joe,
But
There
the
were
Gaylord is like, no, that's not allowed.
High key
Yeah.
so down for that.
it's the Gaylord Convention
National
Center.
Harbor,
It's
yeah.
it's massive. They take over the whole place. And what year is MagFest in? Do you know? It's like 20.
I want to say
Yeah.
like 19. It'll be 19 this year.
Yeah, it's been around. So, and it started as this little thing, and now it's
Started out of this
That's
guy's
this-
basement.
now it's this big thing.
Yeah.
You know? You can insinuate all you want there. Okay. All right. Anyhow. So, man, where have you been?
There's
Joe, you got it?
also like a whole board game section that's,
Yeah.
up.
I
the
went
stairs.
down there.
I never go up there because I hate the stairs and hate the escalators. Sorry, I've never actually seen it in person. I'm
It's-
like, there's that
Breezy.
thing off to the concert hall.
I'll tell you what, Breezy, it's very well run. As someone who goes to board game conventions, the MagFest gaming hall for board games was very organized. When you walked in, the library of games that you could borrow or rent was clearly marked, and it was well stocked, I guess. They had a panel that was there. The panel was kind of a bummer for a board gamer because a lot of it was based on like Magic and collectible card games. But I guess that's the population that would go to a MagFest. The game convention that I usually go to is called the World Board Game Championships, and that's more playing games. And Bound, you're talking about sleeping 9 straight days, averaging like 3.5 to 4 hours sleep for the week. Like by Friday, you kind of look like this, and you say, "Why do you do it?" Because it's the end of
that's what I'm thinking right now. I'm like, why?
Because it's the end of the summer, and that's what I do to get ready for school.
And where is it this year? Do you know?
It's always they signed a big contract with Seven Springs out near Pittsburgh. I don't know with this summer and what's going on. I don't know. I would not be surprised if it was not held, but we haven't heard one way or the other just yet. I think they're going to wait until June to make that call.
That's cool. I mean, it sucks, but that's cool. I just don't want Breezy to be poor. I don't want Breezy to be poor anymore. That's kind of why I want this thing to go away.
I mean, I don't know. That unemployment's doing nice.
Okay. Milk the system, you liberal. Okay. Milk it. All right. That's what, my Franklin County's coming out. Sorry. It is what it is. So Alejandro, are you frozen or are you just staring at me?
No, I've been kind of in and out.
Ask
Oh my
Alex about his
God.
battering. Yeah, I was actually going to ask about this because I saw like a joke
my
that got
God.
dropped. Are you playing with your batarang? And I was like, wait, what? So Alex,
Okay.
Alejandro.
Okay, so pretty much what ended up happening was, Caroline, what video conference did we just have? That we were
Mike
talking
says
about?
Mike says there's a story behind this. So I want the
Right.
whole story.
We were
Right.
doing an interview for the Prospector.
There we go. Okay, so the Prospector is this newspaper on UTEP. They were doing a story. Me, Mike, and Caroline stayed after. We were talking. No, the dude was not watching. Mike was not watching because we discussed this. We were discussing all kinds of things that would not be discussed in front of that guy. So, no, don't make it happen.
He can make that happen. I can make that happen. All right, so go ahead.
So we just all started talking, and something happened. I think it was Caroline. Were you in PJs? Is that where the
Something
PJ talk came
always
in?
No, I wasn't a PJs. And we were talking about I don't know how we started talking about onesies, but we started talking about onesies and like
Yeah, something happened when we
She was
started
drinking.
talking
No,
about
she
it.
was drinking. No, she was drinking. All right.
I
It
can
was
neither
one
confirm nor
beer.
deny the details of
Sure.
what Mike just said.
Mhm.
So something happened where like PJs was
Don't listen.
discussed, and I brought up how one of my buddies over at our friend's place, when we were having like a game night, he just all of a sudden like walked out of the room with like these incredible onesies, like the huge red, black eye thing. I was like, what the heck? Like, I did not expect that out of that guy. So Mike's saying, Mike's wonderful ideas. He's like, oh, well.
Yeah, he's full of ideas. Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
idea guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's like, we should have a full Honey Badger PJ stream night. And I'm like, bet, Mike. I'm like, I will do that.
Don't hit that wire.
The thing is that, like, when was it?
Mike says 90% are pretty awesome. Okay.
I would totally have a PJ stream, except I don't own PJs.
Oh,
But
here
I'll
we
wear my
go.
dinosaur
There we go.
t-shirt.
No,
There we go.
hardcore though.
I
I was
even-
telling them, I was like, because there's a group of us at work. I was like, we all agreed that we were gonna show up to one meeting in our onesies. Like we were gonna get matching onesies, the Teletubbies, and
There we go.
we're each gonna wear one.
Yeah, but how does a batarang fit into this?
Okay.
So
So can you guys actually hear me?
I can
Yes,
hear
we can
you.
hear
Not
you.
you're not moving, but I hear you.
Okay, fine. Like, as long as you guys can hear. So pretty much we started discussing. Michael's like, let's do one.
oh,
Can't hear you
Oh,
anymore.
Oh, your internet stinks. Where's
Okay,
that kid?
so-
Oh, yep, he just he
Uh,
dropped.
I took it out
That's
and
the part of the story
put it
too.
on.
Oh, hold on, wait. You crucial part you dropped, Alex.
What is
Okay.
with my
he's
internet?
changing me.
Alright.
Uh,
He's changed. Yeah, please come back in a onesie right now. Please show up in a onesie.
Okay. So
You know
point
what? For you,
Okay.
Josh, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, listen. I'm if that's what it takes for me, I'll cash that chip in right now. Be careful what you ask for. Listen, I don't have a onesie, but if I did, I know Jeremy would rock it.
If we get 10,000 likes in this video, Bound's getting a onesie.
I get a onesie. Listen, Mike Pittenger tried to sign me up for, hey, if we raise so much money for our esports team, I would jump out of a plane. And I was like, no, that's not happening. But you can tell people that.
You remember?
There you go.
I won't be doing
Here you
that. Oh,
go.
there we go.
Here's the
Okay, here we
onesie.
go.
Oh, there it
Okay,
is.
there it is. So you okay? So you got
Legit.
okay. So the batarang is
Okay.
that a
No, this
synonym for
this what
something?
ended up happening. I straight up put on the hoodie just like I did right now, and had a good 5-minute conversation with them like that. And
Yeah.
someone brought up, I think Caroline or Mike brought up, like, watch him have something else, Batman. And I'm like, bet, hold on. And I brought up this huge battering that is actually a boomerang, and you just throw it and it comes back. And Mike was like, oh my god. And since then, he will not stop. He will not stop
Okay,
building
'cause-
about the damn
But
battering.
didn't you say that the batarang came with the onesie? So you had the batarang?
No,
So they're
No, no, no.
separate. You
it
somehow
came
got a
from the
batarang.
same. It came from the same person, but
Oh.
it's two separate. It was
I
two separate
completely.
things.
That's such a downer because when he said you're gonna, when Mike said, "Are you playing with your batarang?" My brain immediately went somewhere else, and then you're like, "Oh, it's a PJ onesie." Then my brain was like, "Yeah, that's probably right. He's playing with his batarang." And then you're like, "Yeah, I have the thing." I'm like, "Yeah, it's definitely right. His batarang is definitely something else." And yes, it's a PG version. That's why I'm not saying it. I got you. So like, ooh, oh, you're saying his story is a PG version, Mike?
Yeah, completely.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, Mike
So you're
keeps
not
throwing
giving me
you
the-
into the other version.
Nah, I get you. Okay. All right.
That's more of a Austin conversation.
Hey, Joe, what's the dumbest thing you've ever done? I've always wanted to ask you.
Oh,
I teach with Joe Barra, and I've always wanted to ask him because he's the random guy that would do random nonsense as he becomes super social. And here's the dumbest, like most ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like something. One time, Joe Barra did this. I'm curious.
I don't think this is the dumbest, but it's the first one that comes to mind. I used to make trips up to my grandparents' house who lived in Brooklyn. And one night, like, a bunch of things went wrong, and I didn't end up leaving until like 11 o'clock at night.
Very,
So-
very Joe Barra. Very Joe Barra.
Right.
Nice.
Right. It just kind of happens. Like every trip starts that way. So I'm on my way up to New York, and all of a sudden, like I feel myself veering off the side of the road, like waking up, hitting the rumble strip. So I pull over on the side of the road, and I take a nap. And a little bit of background: I don't wake up from sleep very well at all if it's not natural.
Okay.
So all of a sudden I hear, and here's how I wake up in an unexpected situation. I look over at the window. There is a cop with a flashlight and a gun in his hand, like ready to. So now he's like, how much have you had to drink today? I said, I promise I haven't had anything to drink. I haven't had any drugs. I'm just an idiot. Like, this is the story gets better. So he said, you need to go. So I go and I get to Brooklyn at like maybe, I don't know, 3, 4 in the morning. And it's like, all right, well, I can't just go and knock on my 80-year-old grandmother's house at 3 in the morning.
Here we go. Here we go. All right.
So I can't sleep in the car in Brooklyn, right? So what I do is I get in my trunk and I sleep in there. I wake up again in a semi-panic, but at least I know what the hell's going on. I open my trunk from the inside and I peek out to see if anybody's around, and then I shut the door again while I get dressed. So
You must have one roomy trunk.
Oh, Joe, okay, pause. Joe only buys the Chevy Impala, and it has to be gray. So know this about Joe Barra, because the trunk room, it's so spacious. And that's a quote. All right.
It's spacious in there. Like,
And now we know why it's important.
now
we know. Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of time I've spent in that trunk is surprising.
He has had in the 8 years or whatever I've been around Joe, he has had 3 different Impalas parked in the CMS parking lot, and they're all gray and they're all the same year. Like, yeah, I don't know where he gets them. Like, he's probably has 5 of them at his house just waiting to be used. Because I'm sure he could buy them.
Only 4, but working on that 5th.
You know where the 5th one is. The 5th one might be at CMS.
It might be out back. Yeah, it's just like waiting. Amazing.
So now I'm sleeping in my trunk in Brooklyn, and all of a sudden I hear another knock. And I think, oh my God, I'm gonna die in my trunk in Brooklyn. And I shout through the trunk, hello? Who is it?
And what'd they say?
They're knocking on my door.
Yeah, what'd they say though? What was their response?
They said, what are you doing?
Was it some random person or was it a
It was
cop?
a random person. So I explained the situation, and they said, yeah, you should go wake up your grandmother. It's 7 o'clock. It's late enough. You need to leave the street. You need to go.
Wow. I don't see myself ever sleeping in
That
a
was
trunk
hilarious.
of a car. Joe Barra, everybody. Joe Barra. Is Jeremy alive? Jeremy, are you alive? Just dreaming? You thinking about me?
Oh, when am I not?
There it is. There it is. Sorry, don't have that graphic. What?
Where's Jeremy? I don't see him.
Oh, Jeremy, he's got the boys in the background.
The boys.
Yeah.
Who are the boys, by the way? I see Eddie. Hold on. Is that?
You have Eddie, and then you got the sexiest one, me.
Of
right
course.
there.
Yeah.
You got Peyton. And then you got Brock. Okay, how do I point and look?
You're good.
You got Braden, and then you got my friend Adrian.
Okay. Wow. So
We're
to make the yeah.
It's a
They're
little
the
passion project we started over quarantine since we're all starting to stream and we want to do YouTube stuff too.
You're called the boys.
Yeah.
Double.
We them boys.
They told me to shamelessly plug us in, so I did so with the background.
Okay. The boys.
How do we find the boys?
Yeah, is this a
Pretty
Twitch
sure
thing?
You can't just plug us. You need to give us.
I can give a
ways to get
link.
hold
Hold
of
on. Pretty sure it's on YouTube.
You can go ahead, share it out there, man. Throw it in the chat. I
You
mean,
have a
whatever.
YouTube channel for the boys.
Yeah.
By the way,
You-
Eddie, I only know Ed. Is it Brennan Cleary? Brennan or no?
Braden
Braden.
Fatterhoff.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's an interesting mix. What are you gonna do
Yeah.
next year without them? Like,
I don't know. I'm still gonna be in the area because I'm only going
Okay.
to Shippensburg, so I'll be in town all the time anyway.
okay, sweet. Do you guys have any advice for Jeremy in his first year of college?
Being
Yeah,
cool
Alex,
is
I'll
not
give it to
cool.
Alex. What did Alex just think?
No,
Alex.
no.
Oh, Bree says don't. Bree says don't go. Alex, what were you laughing about right off the bat? You went straight to laughter.
Because one of my first year in college, I don't know how many times I had car problems where like my car left me abandoned. So my thing was always I needed to have someone's number to be like, yo, come help me out.
Yeah.
You need
Make
a
her
more
scout
reliable
car.
car. Can I recommend the 2004 Chevy Impala?
Here we go. Here we go. Yes, only in gray.
Right.
The
Only
gray one's the only
Wait,
one that has
Gray or silver?
It's
I mean,
no,
what's
it's
the
like
difference?
it's gray. It's like a gunmetal gray.
Yep.
Not silver. It's yeah. Yeah, my favorite was with the cigarette butts. He used to line the cigarette butts up. Joe used to. He would take his planning period and take a lap. He would leave CMS and he would our school and he would drive on a lap and he would come back having had his nicotine rush and he would park and he wouldn't throw it out. He would wait and so he would stuff them in between the mirrors. Like the
Oh,
mirror.
wow.
So like you could see how many times Joe had. I don't think he does that. You don't do you not anymore. You don't do that anymore, do you? Like you don't take breaks like that anymore, do you?
I quit.
Oh, nice, nice. Now it's just chewing gum. He doesn't put the gum there though. I will tell you that much. There's no gum. But yeah, I would always like, oh, Joe had a good week. Look at him, 7 of them.
One per day.
no,
I grew up in the Boy Scouts, so if you've ever done even one roadside cleanup, you realize how many cigarettes.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I will never, if I ever even dropped one, I would pick up 3 as penance. For
The inner Catholic shows up. I feel guilty. Let me. Well, very cool. Sarah, I have to just ask about the makeup. Like, how are you doing? What colors are you doing your eyes in? And why are you doing it so late in the afternoon? Are you going outside? Oh, it's Friday. You got something to do tonight or something? Like
No, it's been like a month and a half that I have not done my makeup. And then I'm doing it also sort of to get a reaction out of you. Because when we were in Austin, I was doing my makeup and you were so interested.
I was so interested.
Oh,
I'm
I
fascinated.
missed her.
I'm fascinated by the layers of, and she's like, yeah, I don't know, it's just a flow thing, and blah, 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 and then there's all this color. I'm like, how did you do? And how long? Like, I couldn't commit to 2 hours prior to school.
I
Literally,
genuinely and honestly don't wear like a butt ton of makeup, but I take my time.
yeah, but
You
how
should
long
have
does it
seen-
take you?
That's the question.
Like to get ready, like shower and everything, it takes me like an hour.
No, that's not bad.
Okay.
So shower like 20 minutes and then like stuff like brush your teeth.
I must have just-
hair,
I must
I
have
don't
just
even
seen
do
it.
my hair, dude. My hair
Yeah.
like
Yeah, this is it. It's up.
Yeah, it's. I
my
mean,
hair is just like whatever happens during the day.
I saw one
That's her
picture.
classic.
Yeah, I think there's one picture of you with your hair down, and it's like the one you use for your EP honey badger one. It's like, hi, I'm Sarah,
Yeah.
and it's like all the hair's down. It's all, and then I met you, and I'm like, this doesn't look like the same person. Like the one
You know
picture I have
what?
of her.
That picture, the one that you're talking about, I was in London.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
humid over there, and so my hair was like getting wavy, and like the weather was just working really well with my hair, so I had my hair down a lot over there. And here it's like dry and like, so yeah.
Okay, so El
But
Paso
London weather
doesn't deserve your hair, is what I'm hearing.
no, no,
Just
no.
London, however, you must have had something going down. That's what it is.
Yeah, I left it down every day in London.
Well, Breezy Guy, where are you walking to?
To the basement.
Oh, yeah,
You guys want to meet a cute pupper?
I do.
Yeah.
Is this a new
Please,
place?
and I would like to show you mine.
This isn't Karma, so
I'll show you.
Oh,
mine
is this?
and you
This
show me
isn't
yours.
karma, is it? No, there's no karma. Oh, look at you!
Oh.
Hi, puppy dog. Oh, good dog.
Oh,
That right there
my
just got us another 12
goodness.
views. That right there is good for
Oh,
12 more views.
the tail wag.
The tail wag, little tail wag's like, please.
That's
Please.
Annabelle,
insanely
come here.
cute.
Okay, I'm gonna top that.
Still do it here.
I'm gonna top that now. This is full Monty. Come here, puppy dog. Come here. Come here. Right? No, you gotta come here. Come here. Right here. Look up. Oh, hi, puppy dog.
oh,
Annabelle the pit bull. Look at you. Yeah. I got dog battles. Go ahead. If you got a dog, put it on here. This is what they do in elementary school Zoom sessions, by the way. They're like, show your pets, right?
Sit. Good girl.
There you go. Look at it. Nobody else? Come on, Jeremy. No dog, no
I'll
cat,
bring my
nothing.
weenie dog.
I don't have
Get a
any
wiener.
animals.
All right, good job, Annabelle. Nice job. What is Mike? Does Mike have a dog? He seems like a cat guy.
This is
Oh, look at that
Sammy.
guy. Who is it?
Hello, wiener.
Yeah,
So
did
we
you
got like
just
this
look?
one weird spot that just like bleeds.
Oh, that's
So
good.
Thank
Good.
you.
she's old.
Yeah.
Teenage
Well,
Nick is a 12-year-old lab.
wow. What's
Ooh.
ooh,
Oh, I have a super tiny dog too.
super tight? Joe, what kind of dog was yours?
Border collie.
Okay. Oh, there. Hey,
Her name is Pinky.
Pinky. Of course. What?
She looks
Chihuahua.
evil.
Really?
You know what I like to do is I'll take her in my backyard and I'll
Your
be
per-
like, Pinky, one day all of this will be yours.
do you take her to Lowe's? Are you that person that takes her to like Lowe's to go shopping and you put it in the cart
In
Not
the
you.
purse.
No,
in the purse?
No.
That's not you.
no, definitely not.
I have my kids trained to yell at people that have dogs in Lowe's because they're like, "It's not fair. Your stupid dog gets to come in, but our pit bull can't. You racists!" So it's funny when a 10-year-old girl says that out loud. You're like, "Right, I was just talking to my car. Don't repeat that." Yeah, Gwen knows a trip. Oh, the border collie. Look at that. He wants it. Oh, come on, Joe.
Give
Pet
one
that dog.
attention. Yeah.
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 I gotta.
All right, Bound, can you name where I got the name from? Her name is Linkovich Chomovsky. Jamelli.
Yes, I know. I got it right away. Encino Man, kid.
Yeah.
Got you. I know this. You didn't get that, Joe or Max?
No, I
That's
did.
Encino Man all day. Oh man,
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser, yeah. And what was his name? Polly
Polly Shore.
Weasel, Polly Shore. Yeah.
Polly Shore.
Away from Pauly Shore.
For you young people, yeah, Polly Shore, MTV when they played music, is a character from from MTV. There's it's an hour drive from her house to school. What?
That was a message from when we were talking about Sarah's routine.
Oh, nice, yeah, nice.
Yeah, now the last thing he said was wow, old school. Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly where that
that's- yeah.
conversation just
Encino
went.
Man.
And then
No,
he's
it's
talking about 6 tacos here. Something about tacos.
Because
oh, is
Because
this
of your
what you
dog.
straight up talking about? You get free one with every 6. So you buy 6 get one free. That's not a deal.
That's not
Wait,
like-
that's a
your
thing.
dog.
That's not a deal at all. That's just tax.
No, what it was
14%
that
off.
Sarah was
That is
holding up her dog and you
14%,
asked,
that is
do you
nothing.
take your dog?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
Mike
yeah,
was like,
I
oh,
get it.
he takes her Taco Bell for the,
No,
once
geez.
you all
Oh,
free
my
taco.
God, yeah.
6
No.
tacos,
You
you
went
get
that
a free
route.
The
chihuahua.
dad jokes. Is this dad
laptop?
jokes?
Yeah.
He's famous for them.
Am I
Yeah.
doing this on a
It's
different
dark humor.
computer?
Go for it. Yeah, whatever.
No.
Come on back, Breezy. It's just what?
Gosh.
Are those snowshoes on your wall?
I'm at Tyler's house. I'm not in my apartment.
Yeah, but it is a snowshoes, aren't they? Or
Yeah,
are they
I don't know. It's something they do out here. God, I'm not from here.
Don't judge me. It's only Minnesota.
Yeah.
Primary
Who's
Transportation.
Tyler?
I
Who's
think they
Tyler?
shot. I think Tyler. Yeah, who's Tyler?
My boyfriend. He's at work
Aw.
right now.
Tyler. She met. Listen, the first time I ever met Tyler was in a picture of him. He
Mhm.
was at the Renaissance Fair or something festival, and she. Listen, no. This is what I said to her. Do you remember what I said to you? I
Yeah.
go, he's wearing his tights, and I go, man, he's just showing you everything, isn't he? And they're like, because it was just this like strapping young guy like robbing her with his tights. I'm like, he's not even leaving anything to imagination in this outfit. Like, look at that. And she's like,
I'm
stop.
pretty sure I
Stop
saw the evolution of your relationship on Twitter.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm
Breezy
pretty
Gipes.
sure.
Yeah, Breezy Gipe is
Talked about this guy who was like
Like,
super
have you
nice
seen
and
the
meh,
Batarang?
and then now you're his
This
girlfriend.
man.
see this?
Yeah.
See this?
He helped me. Okay, so before we were like officially dating, I was living in this one, like pretty much in this old lady's basement as an apartment when I like moved out from where I was living. And so he helped me move into my new apartment before we were dating.
Wait, how
Nice.
did you work that out?
I asked him.
Oh, so you work with the guy is what I'm hearing.
I met him by my coworker is his best friend.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right,
I
sweet.
have to wait for the host to let my other.
Oh yeah, Mike, can you let this other well whatever. I guess Mike is the host. And she's still doing her makeup. For the record, this is what I'm talking about. So I just assumed it was like hours every day.
Mm.
Alex, I'm right, Alex, right? I'm out. I'm right. Where's Andrew, by the way? Tell Andrew, that kid. And is Fernando on this thing or what? Like,
Yeah, he's on.
okay, well, how come he's not saying anything? I see 2 pictures of him and his
Maybe he's
dog.
doing homework.
Of course he is. He would be. He would be.
There we go.
Well, Fernando doesn't have homework anymore.
Yeah, well, Fernando's the man.
Lucky him.
So bright.
I'm alive and I've been hearing everything.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
I'm alive
there
and I
you
can hear
are.
everything.
You hear it all. Fernando. By the way, Fernando, I want you to know the Spanish you taught me, I still
yeah.
remember it. I still remember that Whataburger lesson on Spanish. I did not check it.
We're not taught anything of
No.
actual substance.
I
during that
was
whole
taught.
time.
I was taught the
in Duolingo.
no, whatever. Yes, I brought it back. Is what I'm saying. I could. Boom! I got
You know,
right now.
that
If
was-
you need
That
gestures
was
and
one
all.
of the best Whataburgers ever.
Dude, it was a-
Gestures enough.
yeah.
Okay, I need your help. What color?
For what
Yellow.
part of your face?
Yellow?
Pink.
2-2. Number 4.
Two.
Okay,
Wait.
I could do that.
Column
Okay,
2.
I know what I'm doing.
Column
I know what I'm
two,
doing.
second
Color-
one down.
Hex color.
Jeremy,
A3.
Jeremy, which one would you
Color.
marry? Go ahead, show the colors. Which one would you marry? Jeremy, come on.
Colors?
Okay. Column. It's row first, then column. So what row? 1, 2, 3, 4 from top.
I don't know. The bottom right was speaking to me. Like very bottom
like the
right.
pink. Like
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Speaking to Jeremy right
I
now.
don't know. Pink's a nice color to me.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I don't know if you mean this one
Let's go with
no,
the,
no,
I
no,
say,
no.
or this one.
Like
That
the
one.
lighter one.
is that like a tan?
I don't know if that's
No,
pink.
it's like a pink, like a shiny pink.
Pastel. Oh,
Yeah, let's rock. Yeah.
No, it's like glittery-ish.
oh, it looks
You see
pastel.
glitter sparkles. It works
Yeah.
already.
Ooh.
Jeremy knows. Let Jeremy choose.
You guys said
Molly.
yellow,
I didn't say yellow.
I didn't say anything about yellow.
so I got
Max.
yellow.
Oh, never mind. She doesn't like what we said, apparently, Jeremy. Forget
No.
us. We're so
Look, I
dumb.
heard yellow and pink.
Yeah.
One eye for one.
Black, white, little each. Yeah.
One
black,
yellow
white,
on
little
one eye,
You
pink
want
on
me
the
to-
I
other.
really wish
I'll do
Mike
it.
Pitcher could talk in this conversation. Can we
No,
work
he's,
that out?
he's,
I know,
he's
but I'm
enjoying
saying
the
like
fact.
but it's not the same. I need my Mike Pitcher time. He's I don't have enough of you guys. It's
Why
it's
can't
He's
what it is.
enjoying the
Speak
fact
with
that he's just
situation?
on chat and he's trying to mess with us. Like he's been doing
Okay.
that the entire time.
And okay, it is what it is. I mean,
Josh, are you saying you miss us?
I do miss you guys.
Oh,
I mean, not Caroline, but I do miss you guys.
oh, that's so mean.
Bye.
I mean, she's from Austin anyhow. Let's be honest, okay? I mean,
What's the problem with that?
dude. Oh, by the way, Joe, have you ever been to a college town and seen the freaking moped problems, scooter problems they have? There's
No.
Uber
Dude, I
scooters everywhere.
cannot
They're
Really?
everywhere.
line
Yeah,
it
like
with
you literally,
bad.
you fast pass like your badge on it, and it charges you per minute to ride a scooter. And it's like,
It's a QR code,
Joe,
by the way.
Joe, it's a QR code. Yeah, Joe, you on one of these scooters would. You know where we live, right?
Yeah,
Like,
true.
It's not around, but like, yeah, and they were like on every
Huge
corner,
in Minneapolis.
just
There's like
dumped,
3 brands.
literally just like, oh, I'm done with it, get off, and then you just walk away from it, like throw it away, and people
There's,
come around
like,
and charge them every day.
There's
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
green one and
yeah,
then
the green
Lip
one, yeah,
Balm.
the green one.
Actually, they charge. They're like solar charge or something like that. What they do at night is they put them back into places where the people use them in the morning because you just leave them there.
Oh
You
no,
just
so
leave
the
them.
charging stuff. Okay, so my ex actually was a charger for those scooters.
Of course
It's
he was.
literally people at night go pick the scooters up, charge them in a location, and then bring them back to drop off locations. That's what happens.
That sounds
All I'm saying is-
miserable.
These
Yeah.
things were everywhere, everywhere.
Oh yeah, for
Amazing.
sure.
They're in DC, like they were in DC even when we
Yep.
went down to the Washington Justice, right? What I was telling you guys about that, Jeremy. I was like, these scooters are everywhere. I mean, and DC's got probably the strictest rules of what can be left on a corner. Like we were in the nice part of DC, so they got rules.
Austin.
At
is like
UTEP,
not
we
like
have
that.
those. UTEP, we have the scooters, and one time at night, I was leaving work at like midnight, and there was a couple scooters around, and I saw this van like pull up, open the back door, 2 people hopped out, picked up the scooter, put in, and drove off. And I was like, did I just watch a theft? But as like the van kept going, the light finally shined on the side of the van, and it was from the same company. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they're taking them away now.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it was crazy.
Okay,
It was
no,
crazy.
let's go real story with Scooter. I
Okay,
decided.
here we go.
So we have this hill called Cardiac Hill because you know UTEP's on a mountain.
Is it? Is UTEP on a
Whatever you
mountain?
call it,
Yeah.
cardiac.
Like in a mountain. We're like,
yeah,
Well, you're the miners, right?
yeah,
So,
we like blew it up so that we can be there.
dude, it's so cool. Like,
But
work out every day, just go in there.
so there's
That's
like
not
a
cool at
hill.
all.
If you walk down from our student union all the way up to the top, which leads to Kid Field, which is our track and field team stadium. It's you feel like you're having a cardiac problem, like you have a heart attack. So they nicknamed it Cardiac Hill. And so my idiot self decided I was going to take a scooter up Cardiac Hill, but I went up the back way because I live in the dorms right by it. And I went down instead of going up. And I caught the
so you
scooter
about
and
died.
I flipped all the way over, like over the handlebars, just like tumbled down the rest of the hill.
Did anybody help you up?
I'm so
No,
sorry.
they just laughed at me. Somebody
just laughed.
Snapchatted me.
Of course. Like, look at this girl. I mean, were they betting on it? Like,
Probably
here we
killing
go.
it.
There it
Yes.
is.
Yeah. I was going so fast. Like I was just like, holy crap, I can't stop. And yeah, I was bruised
Wow.
for a few days after that. And I've never ridden a scooter since.
Wow. Wow.
Because
wow,
there's
wow.
always people falling on campus.
Wait, it
It's
says,
not surprising.
nine people died, all over 50 on that mountain. Really? Oh, that's what Mike said, at least. People
Oh,
have actually died
really?
on that mountain.
It's
all
not
over-
like a huge hill, though. I mean, it's like,
There's
Is it like-
worse.
You mean so like at the age 50, that's when you wait, but it isn't as interesting as the gold digger story? All right, so who knows that
Which
one?
oh, Jesus Christ.
no,
I don't
Mike,
even know.
No, Mike, no.
We do have
Why?
a dance team
Why?
called the Gold Diggers,
Yes, our dance
Yeah.
team is called the Gold Diggers.
but I think they actually changed that though.
No,
No,
they're
it's still the
Gold
same.
Diggers.
I thought it was just UTEP dance now.
They still go by Gold Diggers. I have a friend in there.
That's news to me.
I actually was like, wait, you're called a what now?
Yeah, no doubt.
Because she gave no content, she gave no background story when she told me. So I was like, I'm sorry, Alize, can you
Yeah,
tell me
like
that
I
one
mean,
more
there's
time?
a great
Like, you're
song
what?
about you.
Okay,
Is
this
it
will
great?
happen to you, Alex.
What does that mean?
I'm talking
Oh,
about the Batman story, and Mike
Oh.
was twisting it around, and now you're telling us this.
I can see it, but I can see it.
I'm actually Googling that right now.
Gold digger. There's a team out west. Can we get a gold digger T-shirt? Can you please get me like property of the gold diggers? Like, is that a shirt that exists at UTEP?
No.
I think you should start selling.
I
them
gotta be
as a
honest, I never
fundraiser.
see their apparel like ever.
Well, I think
We
you
have
should
a-
print some and
We have a
send it our way.
bookstore, and it sells a bunch of UTEP apparel, and like,
2459 Loop Road is where our school is located. We would love to have some.
That was like
Some YouTube-
traumatizing bringing that back up. I'm like, oh God, Luke
Wait,
Road.
wait, that Loop Road. Stop it! It's traumatizing. Throwing it out there. Come on now.
Luke Road.
Yeah. So are you all right there, Max?
Yeah.
I'm even doing pink eyeliner for you guys. I want to do like a brown one over here.
I feel bad I'm not putting my makeup on.
Well,
No,
if I had known,
Watch me play Animal
Yeah,
Crossing.
man, I got excited because I brought a hat for you.
You
yo,
guys have your
screen.
kids put makeup on you.
No, we don't do. I mean, well, we
And
could.
then my
but-
daughter too. So
well, yeah, your daughter would actually rock it, but your wife would let that happen. Yeah.
you facilitate it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, no, you're doing it wrong. Do it like this. Okay.
If we find high heels big enough,
Oh yeah. So can I say that? I mean, can I talk about your wife like that? She rocks high heels everywhere. I'm talking everywhere. And don't let your mind run.
She's a great-
Everywhere.
That's pretty cool.
That's
at
props.
school-
Those things hurt.
I have
Yeah,
a
I hate
bundle.
high heels.
Do it, man.
Don't get me wrong,
I
they
think the
look
teachers have to sub for
fabulous, but I
teachers.
could not.
Yeah, go for
Hey.
it. What did you say, Max?
You know, like we have teachers who sub for teachers. We call them TBAs sometimes. She got a TBA for a gym class, and she was out on the football field kicking extra points in her heels. I don't know if she
Oh.
got the ball.
We're
up
talking
in-
spikes. We're talking like
Leather.
not like wedges.
Stilettos.
Fucking-
And
We're
she
talking-
didn't fall through?
Dude, she's a
Our-
trooper. I've never known her. She was like 8 months pregnant and she was still rocking them. And I'm like,
pregnant
Holy
lady.
heck.
God,
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
that willpower. I need that power to do that. 'Cause
God,
I hate
Some
don't
people
know.
wear heels so often that their feet like get tired in being like tennis shoes
She didn't even care.
because they like mold to the heel.
I ask her. I don't know the last time she's worn high heels. It
Yeah,
might
her
have been.
her feet might be flat now. Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. Hey,
She only
so
wears it to be taller than me.
yeah, well, I mean, how tall are you? Like 5'6", 5'7"?
Short push. I got a half an inch on you.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
we don't
do.
make fun
Yeah,
of
you-
short people here, okay?
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
I know,
no.
right?
No, there's no Joe. Listen, stop it, okay? Blame me for this, okay? I was about to ask Joe to show me some speed running, and you're like, short
Oh.
people hatred.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Bound, check this out, man. I'm gonna try to get this on. I don't know if it'll translate. Where's my camera? Can you see that?
$60, 60%. Yeah. This was you in the world record. World record. Yeah, world record. I remember that.
I think there was only like 6 people who did that run in Mario Maker. But I
Whatever.
was the world record holder for. I don't know if I still am. I don't even care. Like when Joe started talking about speed running, they got speedrunners doing Mario Maker stuff that's like those guys are just straight up ridiculous. And I made the world record chart. So like,
Have you ever made Mario Maker, Joe? Have you ever done anything in Mario Maker?
I don't have Mario Maker.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
So instead of Mario Maker, I got really into Super Mario World ROM hacks, where they take the original one and they completely redesign it, make it harder, just like Mario Maker is, except it has Super Mario World physics, which is very different than Mario Maker physics. You fall differently, you run differently.
they didn't make it harder. They made it impossible.
Yeah. So they have these games. The first trilogy came out maybe 10, 15 years ago. It was called Paso Mario World 1, 2, and 3. There's this guy in, I think it was Japan. I might be wrong about that. He designed these games and sent it to his friend. And then this got passed around where he redesigned the game. And it caught on tremendously. Nobody knows anything else about this guy other than he made this trilogy of games. But because he did that, this entire Mario World ROM hacking community exploded. And now they make games on incredible levels. And I might be out of my element saying this, but I don't think Mario Maker would exist if not for that. I think Mario Maker was inspired by that.
I mean, it sounds like the same thing. Like, you're taking the idea of let's just let people build whatever level. I mean, we have Mario Maker here. My kids play it.
Right. It's the exact same thing. But if I haven't played Mario Maker, but I spend a lot of time doing plain ROM hacks.
Last summer, I think I watched. It was like a series for like a week. He was playing the same level over and over, and
it's brutal.
As a spectator, you're rooting for him, and then he'd fall down the chasm, and you'd be like, "Come on, Joe! I want to see the next level. It's 2 a.m. And
oh my God, the streams are brutal because I'm so tenacious, or I guess the better word is stubborn. I'm so stubborn that it's like, screw you guys. I'm doing this. If you're not enjoying it, go somewhere else.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I am not going to give up until this is over. And the rest of you can either wait impatiently. I can't imagine how frustrating that was on your end. But I
can tell you that's how bored I was. Watch you die over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, they started.
We didn't have TV where I was.
It's almost like it could be a drinking game. You should turn it into a drinking and be like, listen, I'm going to be here for a while. Here's this preset of rules. 3 things happen. You know what to do. Like that could, hey, like, I'll be dying. Hold on. To you, Joe. Yes, cat. I don't know who's online.
Joe, you haven't lived until you've tried to play Super Mario Bros. Under the influence.
Until what?
Until you tried to play Super Mario Brothers 3. That was my senior year in college. A buddy of mine and I we'd get through like World 3, and there was that part in World 3 where you can get like 99 dudes, like, putting the mushroom.
Yeah, where you bounce them in the perfect spot.
So we get up to like 99 guys, and then we just start falling down chasms. No, I'm sorry. We're gonna get it next time. Goomba kills us.
You know what's also like really awful to play under the influence of alcohol? Portal 2.
What?
I saw a
I-
speedrun of Portal.
So I used to speedrun Portal, and my like record time was like 2 hours and 22 minutes or something to beat the whole game.
It's faster than me. Congrats.
But one time, somebody was like, "You should get drunk and do it," and it is nauseating to jump portals, real bad. And like I couldn't remember where to go, so I was just kind of like shooting portals everywhere. And there's one part where like the one test you go into, you have to literally jump into these portals and get shot and like try to fly over, which essentially is the whole game. But it was bad. I threw up at one point.
Ooh.
Oh dear
It
God.
induced motion sickness.
Yep, rough. I love that
I saw
game.
a speed
I
run
have
of
a
Portal at
tattoo
EGX.
on my back.
Most confusing thing ever.
Portals. I couldn't get into any of those types of things. I mean,
It's Revolution.
I'd love
what
to see
DDR? Would you say Dance Dance Revolution?
Yeah.
It made you vomit. That's when you know you're out of shape, when Dance Dance Revolution makes you vomit. Like I'm so.
Oh my
Oh,
I've had a friend do that.
At MagFest last year,
combo
one of the
first.
students was like, "Hey, do you want to do Dance Dance Revolution?" It's like, all right, man, yeah, I'll do one. Oh my God, I didn't realize how old I had gotten until I got up on that game. It is exhausting.
Do you lean back on the bar? That's the question.
Gosh darn right I do.
Yeah, that's when you lean back on the bar, you know you need the support. All right, you need help. You can't do without it. Yeah, because Jeremy and I got into a conversation about that at MagFest, and we were talking about they lean back on the bar because it's so much faster and blah blah blah. Whatever. No, Jeremy. No.
No,
Yes.
yeah, I agree. I was nodding. I'm paying
He's playing some
attention.
games right now. Animal Crossing. So, are you Animal Crossing right now?
Yeah.
I can't get. Okay. Do you have a golden cow or something? I mean, is that what it's about?
No. So my best friend bought this Switch like 3 weeks ago or something, and then her mom, as an Easter gift, gave her a Switch. So she's
Oh,
like,
nice.
want a Switch? Because I know you've been wanting one forever. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I remember you begging, and you're like, "How much I got? I'm broke." I remember
yeah,
you.
I was like, please. And so she sent me the Switch, sent me Animal Crossing, and I have had this for I think like a week now or something, and I have a lot of hours in it.
The Switch Lite. Is that Switch
Yeah.
or Switch Lite? Yeah, my hands are too big for the Switch. It feels awkward. The whole thing is. I don't get it. Yeah, believe it or not, it happens.
They need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
design a little like a normal size controller for us larger.
They
people.
do. They have, but not for the Switch Lite.
The
They do
Lite
for
is
regular
not
Switch.
happening.
Okay.
Yeah, the real Switch. They have you can get the Bluetooth version. that plugs
Actual
in.
controllers, yeah.
Yeah. It's an
I
Xbox
originally
controller,
wanted
basically.
the original Switch, and then she's like, "Here's a Switch Lite," and I'm like, "Bro, I'll take anything for free."
You're like, bro, like I'm back in college. I'm still in college. Look at you.
yeah.
Nothing beats free stuff.
Jeremy,
Speaking of free,
Yeah, go for it. No, go for
So
it.
speaking of free stuff, so when I was on Twitter, because everyone's been on Twitter lately, and I'm a big Premier League fan, and my favorite player is Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. And I entered this contest. I was like, I ain't gonna win anything, but I actually just won these headphones. They're Turtle Beach
Nice.
headphones.
So
Nice.
cool, dude.
From just random contests that I entered from him, and it was just really cool. And
Like
it was
a,
awesome.
it was like a FIFA or something, yeah? No?
It was like, oh yeah, here, stay home initiative. Here, we're gonna give away 5 free headsets, and I was like,
Entered so many of those Switch giveaways.
I did too.
I was like, please, I'm desperate. I don't have anything.
I just want Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm jobless for 8 weeks, please. It'll probably be extended though. Fuck.
Yeah. You have, I think you have another couple months off, girl. You should just come back to Pennsylvania. I've already told you that. Just come back to PA. It's a land of homes and
still be jobless.
yeah, so we job. I mean, nothing will
And
change.
so you're gonna have less money
Warmer.
because you're gonna be paying for travel.
I don't know.
Ah, it is $1 megabus. Okay, you got that megabus, $1. All right, you're good.
Flights
Think
might
about
as
Harrisburg.
well be a megabus at this rate.
What'd you say?
Flights might as well be a megabus.
Yeah.
at this rate.
Honestly.
Well,
I had
gas
a
prices
lot-
are the floor right now. You're all right.
Dude, okay, first off, Pennsylvania's gas prices are overly expensive.
Well, it's
Won't
always been that way. Yeah.
argue that.
Yeah.
But
No,
out
no,
here,
there's-
gas prices are under $1 right now.
What?
Yeah.
We don't even have it that way. We still have it at what, like one?
It's
What
like
was it?
150 something.
Yeah,
Right.
we're under
just-
$1.
we just
So
went
in
under 2.
Wisconsin-
I was pumped
Wisconsin's
that we
the
went
same.
under 2 too.
Yeah, Wisconsin's the same way. We're under $1 here.
Oh my
Hold on,
God.
I gotta check our gas prices.
Holy
You're
crap.
checking your gas prices,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then I have to
gas
take
buddy, not
156.
sponsored.
and you
Yeah,
guys are telling me
I
I'm
use Gas
old.
Buddy
Like
also.
we're old. I'm not. I like checking gas prices. Man, that sounds
but
like an
those
old
are-
man thing to do. Like, what's the
so-
weather like? Where's the cheapest gas? You know.
Quite often.
But gas prices
it
in Minnesota
matters.
are just like were cheaper. When I moved here, like gas in Pennsylvania was almost I think it was over $3, and gas
Probably.
out here was like $2.50. And I'm like, hallelujah, the gas is so cheap.
And then the snow hit, and you're like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah. And then it got down to -40 for 2 days, and then it was misery.
But I do
Oh.
remember I was in high school. When I first started driving, I think gas was 97 cents a gallon.
97 cents, 98 cents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
-40
When it hit $1. And
What?
I got mad. There's no way I'm spending $1 for gas now until I find one at 99 cents. I was really smart back then.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
what
Minnesota?
they used to have big burly engine cars and stuff that whatever it doesn't matter. 99 cents a gallon. Wait till it's $5. You remember when it was $5 for diesel fuel in Pennsylvania? It was like
I remember
8 years ago, 9 years ago. I started making
okay,
biodiesel.
I remember when it was over $4 for gas because
Oh my god.
I was 16 at the time, and I refused to get my license because I was like, I'm not paying those gas prices.
I was stubborn.
I dropped $120 on a tank of diesel fuel once, and I was like, "That's one tank."
And then we had
Yeah.
all of our diesel truckers
That was me at that point.
CMS
Yep,
that were
that's
like,
right.
I gotta get my $6 a
Yeah.
gallon.
What kind of mileage were you getting back?
It had been the engine was all hopped up, so it was like 15 to a gallon, 15 miles to the gallon diesel.
I'm getting 2 months to the gallon now.
Yeah, no doubt. 2 months to the gallon. Nice. I drive to Lowe's. You know, it is what it is.
Drive to Lowe's.
Hair's coming down.
What?
Well,
You're
actually
getting
going
40.
back up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
redoing my bun for you guys.
I have to find it. There was a gas station in Minnesota that had 75 cents a gallon.
What?
Yeah.
I'm driving.
You go buy a tanker at that point.
I mean, like, yeah, you're like, is there a limit? Can I just buy it and like, people get in trouble for buying cigarettes and going over New York line and selling them, right? I wonder if they do the gas. Be like, you know what? This is Minnesota gas.
I'm showing 200 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah. Is that legal? Can you do
Flatbed.
that? What are you hauling? Gasoline? Duh.
Yeah, it's in.
They sell it at $1.50 a gallon.
Gas is so cheap here. It's awesome.
I'm
There's nowhere to
listening.
go.
I'm listening to my son over here, and he's on League of Legends, and it's just fun. It's fun to listen to him talk. Like, yes, Cadman, I'm talking about you. He said, it's fun. It's fun to listen to him swear because he's like, he'll complain and he'll be like, that kid is so AF. I'm like, wait, do you mean AF like AF, or is this like something else? But he won't say it, and then I'll be like on the other side of the room, and I'll hear him mumble under his breath, like, God damn it. I'm like, hey, Cadman, no. He's like, Dad, shut up. I'm good. Leave me alone, Dad. Yeah.
Here's a picture somebody posted on Twitter of a gas station.
75 cents. 70.
That's insane.
That's what I'm talking about. Send that my
Dude,
way.
that's cheaper than a candy bar.
You have no reason not to drive to Pennsylvania right now. Like, you have zero argument.
I drive a Fusion. I have to
What's
fill
that?
up a couple times. A Ford Fusion.
So what?
Is that like Elantra?
It's like the Chevy Malibu, but
Oh,
Ford.
we're talking about Impala now.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
the
know.
Impala's gonna be coming back.
Dare, don't you dare compare the Malibu.
No,
to Impala.
the
Not the
Impala
same-
is a good car. I owned an Impala. That trunk space is hella huge.
Yes.
That's my girl. Oh
I bought
yeah.
that car for the trunk space because I had to drive to and from college, and I needed a big trunk.
Yeah, that all. She should put the junk in the trunk. Is that what you're about to say to me online right now? You need to put junk in the trunk.
Yep.
Unreal. Yeah. So that worked out well, and then you quit college.
Yeah, and then now I own.
Wow. Yeah. So I got to ask a question, serious question. Like, how long before I can eat dinner? Can I just eat dinner in front of you, or is this like, or did we
why
set like a
not?
stream limit?
Oh, just eat in front of us.
No, just go ahead and eat.
Eat, man.
When I play D&D on Wednesdays, we just eat in front of each other.
Yes,
You're playing
yeah.
socially distanced D&D.
Hell yeah, dude! You do Google Hangouts, and then there's a game on stream called Tabletop Simulator, where our DM can make our map and stuff. So we do it. We like all roll our own dice because I have not spent over $100 on dice to not roll my own dice.
$100 on dice?
Listen.
Oh.
What?
Those must be some magical
Are
dice.
they
for
gold?
that price.
Are they golden? Is it like dragon infused? Oh, she has a Crown Royal bag, of course.
Not a Crown Royal bag. It's better.
It's better.
It has
crushed velvet. It's crushed velour. It's got pockets for your like what's okay? Explain this. Like $100 in die. Like
I don't know. I like it.
Okay, all right.
Pull them out to the camera.
Magical
let me see it.
dice.
So I bought this one at MagFest. This is a wood hand painted D20.
Okay. You're like,
$15.
15 bones for that. Well, yeah, I mean, someone had to shave it and paint it, I guess.
This is the Critical Role D20. Critical Role is a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors that play D&D.
Okay.
Was $20.
That thing looks like
I feel
the
like
size
Cody
of a damn.
really needs to be here.
So here's an average size
Cody.
20.
Hey, I'm not trying to compare size or anything, but Max's looks smaller than Breezy's does.
Yeah, so this is an average size.
Roll it bound.
It's not about the size, it's about the roll. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh,
No. Where do you fit on that, Joe? Size or rolling technique, Joe?
Here, I have to show you my favorite D20 that I.
Why not both, man?
Why not both? It's a little of both,
You gotta
of
have
course.
size and you got to roll well.
Okay, so
My
my
God.
favorite D20 is this gold metal die, and it says "fuck" when you roll a 1. I don't know if
You're like, nah, I'm a loser.
yeah.
I'm a loser. So yeah, so if you roll a 1, it's a nat. Does that mean you're automatically done?
No, that just sucked ass.
Okay. Why? So what does 20 say? So what does 20 say if 1 says that?
So
what
if
is-
you're attacking somebody and you roll a natural 20, where it's just, a 20 on the die, you can either like double your dice for damage, or you double like your original die, I get like your original number that you roll.
Okay.
It depends on the DM, but it's like a critical hit. You can't crit on saving throws or like checks, skill checks, but I don't know. It's good. It's good to roll a 20.
I think it should say the same thing. I think 1 should be fuck and 20 should be fuck.
Yeah, like with an exclamation point,
Yeah.
or like
There was
suck
was
it,
one I
like suck
almost
it. It should say
bought.
suck it.
Yeah.
There's a stone one I almost bought on Etsy where it said shit and crit, where the shit was the 1 and the crit was the 20.
It should say suck it. That's what it should say. It should say suck it. Like
Well,
yeah.
that's it. Gosh, you get yourself on chessix.com, make your own set of bound dice. Like you can put
Hey,
your
I
face
just-
on one of them,
Yeah.
with like a
So
bubble.
so if it rolls a 5, it'll be like it'll be a bound saying. No, that's a 5. When you see that saying, it's 5. Suck it is a 20.
Sets of metal dice, but
When you have to have a card to read, like
Yeah, like hold on, let's interpret these cards. Some of these die.
I don't know. There's
Um,
a lot of dice in here. God, I
Okay, so Sarah has 1 eye that's done. Nice. Okay, cool.
No, they're both done except one is yellow and one is pink.
Oh, look, there it is. Okay. All right.
Told you.
Deuce is nice. That's a look at
our
Caroline's
fault
serious face.
come up with a real color.
Oh, I'm doing homework.
Killing me. So Joe, what's it like not having school right now? How you feeling about that?
I feel like I'm more busy than I was when we had school, man. I have
I think
20
so, too.
jobs that are a third the way done. None of them are ever going to get done, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I do more Zoom sessions than I've ever done in my life, and I
Yeah.
can't slack on any of them because they're all watching me. So like
Yeah.
me hiding and slacking I can't have that.
Hey, you
Yeah.
don't have to have your camera on.
Yeah, just pull one of these things.
Yeah.
I got a little. I
I'm-
got a little.
I'm-
that guy.
I'm sorry,
I got a
guys. I
little-
can't figure out.
I got a little. I got a
what's
little.
on my
Yeah,
camera.
you're slowly out of
I
your words.
also have a dice tray that I
Of course
roll.
you do.
Ooh,
course you do.
I
dice
didn't make this
tray.
for me.
I guess that's right.
It's die. So it controls your die. So when you throw them anger, I mean, is that so it doesn't fall? Do you have rules? If it falls off the table, it doesn't count.
You
Yeah.
re-roll it, yeah.
You re-roll it. I see. I say it shouldn't count.
Or
It goes
you,
off the table.
You re-roll the die.
No,
or
and that's
If
all
you
I
can't,
do.
if you
Play
can't
the
control
ball
your
as
stick
it
and
wants.
die, what's up?
Yeah, you got to go by Jumanji rules. It doesn't matter where the dice goes. What it lands on is the dice.
Oh,
It's more
Jumanji
like-
rolls. By the
They-
way, shout out to the new Jumanjis. If you haven't seen them yet, they're pretty freaking hilarious.
Are they?
I- Oh yeah, like
Are they?
surprisingly, I rented them both for my kids. Surprisingly good. Like
Roll
Yeah, they're good.
Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart and that crew. Jack Black's hilarious. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's a whole new spin with new people, but it ties. It's cool. It was very cool.
Okay,
I'll
well,
check
I
it out.
rolled 2 15s, a 13, and an 8.
So what does that mean? Means
Absolutely not.
you killed an orc or something?
No. Probably. Not the 8, maybe. I don't know. Depends on the character. I currently play a Kalistar Storm Sorcerer in D&D. So
And what is your name? Huh?
Alessa.
Alessa, the Kalistar Storm Sorcerer.
Kalistar, yes.
Okay.
Very
do you-
Silent Hill movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, by the way, remember I said to Sarah, you have to meet Breezy. You remind me so much of her.
That's true.
And I introduced you on
Say that.
Twitter, and
That's
now
true.
you're just finishing sentences.
Hello, my crunchy granola soulmate. How are you?
I almost actually named that character Alessa Gillespie, but then I was like, you know what? Like, somebody else in this campaign might know who I'm talking about. None of them had no idea. I should have just named her Alessa Gillespie. Like, that was a different last name.
I have no idea what you're
Admittedly,
talking
I'm not
about.
like a huge Silent Hill fan, but I recently rewatched the movies, and yeah, I haven't played the games whatsoever though.
Love it.
Yeah.
Is that Max goes behind them? Wait, what? Is that all Max board games? Yeah, those are his games.
Well, that's not all.
That's
of
his
them.
room. No, that's just part of his room. He has the whole room is filled with board games. I mean, he is a board game connoisseur.
I
Yeah.
found it you might like, John.
Oh,
Oh,
is
the
it
Simpsons dice.
nice? Nice. Wow.
Did a
Oh my goodness. So which is that's a 6? Bart's got to be a 6.
no, it's this
Yeah.
one. Right.
Bart's got to be a 6. I'm sorry. That's the way it's got to be.
Here's the biggest one I guess I have.
Sorry.
I think
If you showed up to a Dungeons and Dragons event and you were like, "Oh, I've got to roll my die the first time ever," and you pull out like a freaking bowling ball, and you're like,
soft.
"Here we go, get ready, boys!"
There's
And you just,
actually
like-
there's a company called Wormwood. They like mostly make like dice trays or dice towers,
Yeah.
or stuff like that. But they made a die, a D20
die.
made out of titanium, and it's like this big.
And it'll hurt somebody. It's
And
like,
yeah, so they rolled it like onto their dice trays, and it dented the leather on the dice tray, and they rolled it down their dice tower, and it destroyed it. It totally destroyed it.
Do you have a dice tower, Bree?
I do not know.
Oh, you gotta get one.
what is a dice tower? Okay, what is a dice tower? Hold on, explain this.
So there's
Look at
like
it.
pieces of wood inside of the tower that will like control how your dice will start rolling down it.
Jesus God! So you're telling me rolling die is lazy now?
No.
That's what I feel like. You're like, oh, I got to roll. Hold on, boop, and you just drop them and it rolls for you.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, this also guarantees randomness.
Yeah.
See, my issue is I feel like it's less random than if you spin it through the air. 'Cause
Here we go. Science. Yes.
Let's talk about. Let's discuss that. how is it less random? I mean, I have no control over what
Mike, for the record, Mike Pitcher says it is less random. Officially, he says exactly it's less random. So
he's never
Mike,
played dice. Bruce
oh,
Life, there's no chance it's less random. Bruce
okay.
Life is a damn wizard with these things. You
Fight,
give him a dice
fight,
power, he's
fight.
Do you drop them in, or do you also roll them into it?
Yes.
I don't have, personally, I don't like dice towers, so I don't know. I like the whole like, oh shit, then throw it.
So can you imagine if they
my table has, it's like a casino table where there's like a wall around the middle. So I just threw a die on it. It's not going to go anywhere. If you're playing on a flat surface and you try to do that, and you can lose your dice. I'm clumsy with stuff like that.
That's why you just need a dice tray.
How about you just drop your dice in front of you like a real person?
It rolls, it
Like,
bounces.
I know that, but still, like
they go crazy. Dice go. You also like if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons IRL and like you have your map set out with your miniatures or like the world, you might fuck that up. Like you can't really.
Okay, all right, okay.
I mean, I got my dude here he's pretty solid. He's not. He's pretty heavy, but I could still knock him over with a die.
Yeah. And miniatures are fragile. You don't want to. They can break. They're fragile.
Wow. I mean, I'm dogging this, but you know, I'm this guy that buys a carburetor. Oh, the cat! The cat! Here it comes. You've been trapped by the cat.
Oh my god! Sleep! Oh, there it is. Oh, no, more, please. Oh, I want to give him kisses and annoy him so bad.
Is she talking about the cat or Joe?
Yes.
I mean, I'll annoy you.
I'm okay with that.
Wow. All right. So this is wow. I don't know where to go from there. Like I've been educated on so many things, on so many levels of so many things.
And when you play Dungeons and Dragons, you have more than just dice in front of you. You have your character sheet. You might have a journal. You might have the books in front of you. There's a lot. I have a whole binder. I'm more organized in Dungeons and Dragons than I was in high school bound.
Are you
Well, that's not shocking.
Look, this is my binder that I have, and then you open it up, and this is my current character sheet of my current character.
It's laminate. Of course, it's laminated. Even
yeah,
better.
because then I write on it with dry erase markers, and then there's my spells for my character, and then this is literally her backstory, like, and then this is a spells list from another book.
And you wrote this out, and like, you know.
Heck yeah, man.
And you've never been to the board game room at MagFest. That's what I'm hearing.
I almost at MagFest. I wanted to join in on their D&D game of 100 players. I wanted to play it. But you know, I work the event. I'm being paid to be there, and I worked 2 p.m. to 5 a.m.
When it was going down. When it was going down.
Yeah.
Hey Bree, check this out.
I know, I've seen it.
This guy here was the very first player card I ever used.
Oh my god.
I have no idea why my character name got ripped off. There it is, Mark Vitro, # Dungeon Master. My sketch was like that scribble. I don't know what that was.
I actually
we were just cleaning out one of my I have bins here. I was just trying to clean out, and I found this. I'm like, I remember when I played this. This was version 1, Josh.
Oh my god, yeah.
This is worth dozens of dollars on eBay.
Yeah, so
is publishing all like your D&D history stuff a thing?
It could be.
Version 5 now, right, Bree?
Yeah, I have. So this is the player's handbook for 5th edition.
You don't know it, but the lady who invented Harry Potter, she just basically told you her D&D history. That's all Harry Potter is. She's like, you know,
the Dungeon Master.
there was this wizard guy, and he's the thingamajigger, and you know.
Then the Dungeon Master's Guide, and then there's hold on, I'm not done yet. And then the Monster Manual.
You know it's serious when she moves those into your house. That's all I'm saying.
This is
that was
which is kind of like a little side book. I love this book so much.
See what I'm saying? She's like, let me introduce you to my parents. No, not my parents, my books. All right, you need to meet my books. All right,
Also the
we'll see what they think about you.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, so Tyler also plays D&D. We play in the campaign on Wednesdays.
Wow. Does it ever lead to
that is
infighting?
love,
that
man.
Does it lead to infighting? Like, why did you like? Have you ever played with the guy at boss? Have you ever played the game with this guy and like 2 hours later he's pissed you didn't save his character? Is that like the game's over? The game's over like a day later, and you're at your house like doing the dishes. And he's like, I don't care because you didn't throw your damn shield.
His character actually died on Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
But we had to resurrect him.
Of course, because it's a game.
Yeah. Well,
bring
we
it back.
resurrected him. It was we like killed 2 horses to get to a city to resurrect him. Like we were just like run until they're exhausted. We gotta go. We gotta bring him back. But there's a spell. It's like raise dead or something is the spell. And
Just looking it up.
the character actually has the choice to come back or not. So he had to do some like role playing with the DM of like, what did I see when I died? Because I might not come back. But no.
The last time I played, I died too, but it was an honorable death. When version 4 came out, my brother-in-law took me to a store in Pittsburgh called Phantom of the Attic, and he's like, Max, do you want to play this game with us? And he's like, I know you're not really big into RPGs. I said, I'll play anything. It's fine. So they gave me this pre-made character, and my character was like lawful good, and I read the backstory and all this stuff. We get to the final room where we're trying to kill this evil warlock or something, and I was the only one who had a move left, and the warlock had like half a hit point left, and he had just cast a spell to burn the whole room up. So my last partner was right next to the door. He's like, well, I have to leave so that I don't die. Well, my character, I told him, they said, Max, what do you want to do? And I said, tell my wife that I love her very much.
Oh, God.
I killed the wizard, and the room went up in flames, and I died my honorable
death. Yeah.
And my brother-in-law said, he's like, dude, that's like everybody here who has played this, like you're an OG now. It was like, that was the stuff right there.
You're like, wow. And like dorks in the corner are like, that was so beautiful. Did you hear how he just
that guy?
I want to
grow up. I want to be that guy.
Well, you know what? That was in the wrestling world. That was my babyface turn because my very first experience with D&D. I think I'm like 8 years old, and I'm at an Origins convention with my dad, and they had this giant maze set up, and I used to love mazes.
Good story. Yeah, that's a good story.
Oh, no.
And I told my dad, I said, what is this? So this guy comes up to us and says, we're running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign at 1 o'clock. Would you like to play? And I looked at my dad. Here I am, this 8-year-old, tugging on his shirt. I said, Dad, can I play in this? He said, yeah, sure, because he was going to go play his games. This is like free babysitting. So the dungeon master asks my dad, is he going to be okay if his character dies? Is he going to cry, essentially? My dad's like, no, he'll be fine. He had no idea. He just wanted to get rid of me for a couple hours. So we play 2 groups. Me and this one guy go this direction, and this other group goes this direction. Me and this other guy end up with this giant dragon who is just absolutely slaughtering us. But my character had this weird ability that whatever I killed, I took on their strength and ability.
Oh, damn.
So the guy attacked the dragon, got him down to like 10 hit points or whatever, and it's my turn, and I've got like half a heart left, Zelda terms, and I looked at the guy and I said, I'm sorry, man, but this is the way we're going to beat this guy. And I turned on my partner, and I killed my partner, but I absorbed all his energy, all his strength, and then I killed the dragon. And I won. Remember, you know what pewter is, Bound?
Yeah, pewter, yeah. Toxic. It's toxic, but yeah, I got it.
Toxic metal. I won a set of pewter little minifigs it's still in my parents' house in their garage because I'm afraid to bring it here. I think my kid will eat it or something. But I won a set of pewter minifigs because I beat the dragon and I didn't cry.
By slaying your teammate and manning up. You're like, somebody's got to take one for the team. And it's not this guy, it's you, dead.
And the other 3 were like on the other side of the maze. They're like looking at this 8-year-old like, what did he just do? Like, simple, you know? I don't care if you boo me. Check the minifigs. I'm a
It says champion on it. Is what it says.
That
I think there's
it's the only 2 D&D stories I remember. Good times, man.
Hey, what would Mike Pitcher's D&D character be called? El Paso Squad. What would you? What character? Because he can't defend himself right now, other than in chat. So what would? Well, first of all, how do you design it? You design it by like a name and then a type, right? And then a backstory.
Well, so you would pick like your race and your class.
Okay,
and
so
then
start there.
name the
So
character.
race and class. What are the
I'll
options?
grab a book. I'll grab my book.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
Let's treat
design
Mike's
this for
Mike would be
This is-
okay.
No. Hey! Oh, stop it.
All right. We'll just pick from the player's handbook to make it easier because there's a lot more races and a lot more classes, but we'll make it easy.
Thank you,
I
because
could
I
be
don't
like
speak.
a jester of
Little-
some sort. Like
A jester.
I'm
Is
like,
a jester an option?
Like,
No,
no jesters.
Don't worry,
No.
Mike. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not stressed. I'm
All
not-
right, let's
I'll
go.
put
Come on.
down- So
Yeah, let's
for-
go.
So 4 races, there is dwarf. Oh god.
Okay. Dwarf.
There's dwarf, elf.
Hmm.
There is halfling, which
What's
are
that? How is this halfling?
2 feet tall humans technically.
Okay, midget. We call those little people.
She has chosen 3 short races. One
Dragonborn,
of the
which
taller
they
people
have
I
a
know.
parent that's like a dragon, and then they have a human parent.
Okay.
There is
Six-
gnome.
Out, Josh.
Those are the 4.
No, there's more. I'm still going.
Bye, Jeremy.
Okay,
Just
there's
here. Is that
half
blood?
Hi,
elf,
Jeremy.
half orc, and tiefling, which is kind of like a demon devil child.
That's it.
That's Mike.
That's Mike.
Hey, Caroline.
Okay. All right, so they voted for. What did he say? Tiefling.
Tiefling, yes.
Tiefling.
Don't
All
say
right, so-
they. I didn't say
This is the
anything.
art
I'll-
in the book for the tiefling. This is what
You got, man.
Even Mike
Okay.
says that's him.
Mike. All right,
Okay.
good. All right,
Tiefling.
good. He owns it. So Mike the Tiefling. All right.
Okay, so here are the classes.
So mischievous.
Okay.
The classes are barbarian,
Okay.
bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard.
Ooh.
He's like a paladin.
Paladins they get their power from a god above. They vow
Yeah.
their life to this entity.
Nah.
And they
No,
can
Mike's not like that.
Yeah, they smite. They're lawful good characters, is what they are.
Oh,
Mike's
definitely
just
not.
like
He's
Which one
bad.
breaks the
chaotic.
rules? Which one goes by the skin of their teeth? Which one goes like, hey, I got an idea. Which was the best version of that?
He's improvs everything.
Yeah, improv.
Bard.
Yeah.
Bard.
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 Okay.
Bard. Okay, so he's a
I'm
bard.
the demon bard so far.
Just-
So then, like, art
Bard.
Bard.
in the book.
Okay, all right. So he's got a guitar. Nice.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I'm-
pick it depending on the school of a bard that you pick.
Piccolo. He's from the
Yeah,
piccolo
you can have
school.
an instrument. and
He's a
stuff.
piccolo.
So you get spells in it, but you can also like hit things if you want to. There's you pretty much like are able to you just use your own influence. You talk to people, you influence them to do things.
That's
good
Mike.
things, bad things, whatever.
That's
it's
Mike.
kinda on you.
You're literally describing Mike Pitcher right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, you
Yeah.
I'm
are.
just hearing Mike.
Bard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So okay.
Hey guys,
So that-
listen to this idea. And then
Yeah.
bam.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got an idea. Oh, by the way, you're gonna do it. Go.
You're not working.
Yeah,
Right.
that's more.
Like, this is the guy who nobody,
Hey,
none of us
wait.
have said a single word to each other. He's like, hey, beer recommendations for a Friday. And I'm like, good morning.
He's
Let me
like,
see if I can find like Google images of a tiefling bard.
A tief.
I'm not gonna lie. I already started writing this stuff
Oh,
down.
you
so
already
it's
started
like
writing it
Mike's
down,
character
alright.
sheet later.
Yeah, Mike's character
I
sheet.
like
All right.
you
So
would.
what's his name though? That's the
Yeah,
question.
His middle name and the street he grew up on.
Oh, the middle name is this.
Oh.
Mike, what street did you grow up on?
That's a different name. Sorry.
Elm.
What
Drummond.
do you
Drummond.
Drummond.
want him to be?
Okay, well, he's a tiefling bard.
They can be like any skin color. It doesn't really like they could be purple, blue, pink.
Ooh, okay, so what
Pink.
skin color? Nah,
Pink.
pink, really? Pink, really?
Pink. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with orangey. I don't know.
Orange.
Is orange. He's got like an
Oh,
orange.
Yeah,
He's got that Jeep. So yeah, orange.
orange.
I'm going
Orange.
with I think orange.
All right.
Orange.
He's
We call it
devil
orange.
orange bard.
Orange. He's orange with.
I literally
Yellow
looked up a name generator just to like see
Here we go.
random names.
All right,
Yeah.
random
I
name
have
generator.
no idea. Like, I'm gonna link this picture I found online, but this is exactly
Throw
what.
it in the chat. Yeah.
I don't know who this person is, but like, this is somebody's art.
You're like whatever. That's right.
I gotta see this.
All I
I've
see
gotta
is
paste
Mike.
it.
Same.
Hold on, wait.
Paste.
Hold on. I'm just waiting. Oh, yep, I'm down. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yep, perfect.
I can see it. And he's even played a piccolo looking thing. Yeah, got it.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, Mike. There it is. All right, cool.
That's a
Oh, that's
Mike.
not so me.
It's totally you.
It's so not me. Dude.
We made you younger.
I didn't expect
Yeah,
Mike to have a
He's
tail.
27.
Caroline just wants to be fired.
Also live for a really long time. Sort of, kinda. Let me see.
Okay.
I feel like that's not funny enough though. Like
Can you find something?
I see
you can
Mike
have
as like,
different clothes.
Is
I
it
have
like
an idea, and you're gonna be a part of it, and you're not gonna
What the hell?
In all fairness, too, his alignment's neutral good, and we all know that Mike is not neutral good.
He's
mean,
neutral,
I don't know who that
neutral,
guy is.
mischievous, bad.
He's
Wait,
chaotic.
whoa.
He's
Whoa.
chaotic something.
There's chaotic good, neutral, or bad is what there is.
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good, yeah.
He's chaotic good. Yeah.
Chaotic good. Yeah, it says right there. Has a penchant for small. It says literally right here. Has a penchant for small mischievous things, and far greater penchant for teasing people. In
Yes.
Yeah.
in subtle or not
Yeah.
so subtle ways. Like you're, yeah.
Oh, Mike
Yeah,
doesn't
He,
straight up.
he
He
is
has no
he is
shit.
kind-hearted and generally desires to aid others, though it is not something most people would see at first glance. Whoever drew this up was thinking of Mike Pitcher. Like he wants to help people out in like yeah. I dig it. I like the backstory. I just print that.
It's some random character I found.
He's
yeah.
got his skills include acrobatics, sleight of hand, stealth, arcana, investigation, religion, insight, deception, performance, and persuasion.
Those are what he's proficient in. Is what
Proficient. So he's yeah.
The
I like
gesture
None of
tongue.
those are bad. None of those are bad. Uh-oh.
Oh, what the heck?
Somebody,
Oh, stop it.
Look.
somebody screen shared. Mike,
Look.
Mike, Al,
That's a
Alejandro-
tiefling. That
Yeah.
that has a Mike beard.
That's a Mike Beard. Yes, it does.
Yes, that's Mike. And okay, let's
That
replace
has
that
a
other
Mike
picture
beard.
for this one.
That's a tiefling.
That is Mike.
That's a tiefling. It has
But he
his
needs-
beard. I was like, dang.
He needs that face, but with like a piccolo.
Yes, Mike. We really went there.
You'll
I
be
wish,
okay.
Mike, I voted for you to be in the conversation on screen. Just remember that, okay?
That is
I just said it because of the beard, man. That's it.
I like it. Okay,
I
so what
agree.
is it? What's his name then? That's the real
Yeah,
question.
take his name.
What's his name? Because that's the most important part. So what's the random game generator give you?
So you could look for like tiefling names because they tend to have like demonic names.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Well,
called
Drummond,
infernal
Silly.
names. Is what they're
infernal
called.
names.
I found a generator for tiefling.
Yeah. You can
So
find it. There's
there's
like a whole
these.
website that just has it. It's like fantasy.
Okay.
Cosmos, Lokivius,
Neflek.
It says I'm still viewing your
Zar, Venom,
screen.
Laughter.
There you go.
Camos.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Art.
Echimus, Ermis, Laughter.
You just keep hitting get male names. It'll keep refreshing the random.
Yeah, I got Cosmos, Lokivus, Zar,
Life
Venom,
unlocked nowhere.
Camos.
Karsix unlocked
There
nowhere. Life
I think the
unlocked.
last three are like part of something else because sometimes the name generator will do that.
Yeah, I like Ralph Nom. Horvir. Hold on, Mexius. It's got to be Mexius.
We're gonna refresh again. Let's see what we get.
Master Mexius the Third.
The third. There it is. Of Drummond. Of Drummond.
He's
Dude.
the third Mexius of his
Okay,
Drummond,
Mike said he
Drummond,
doesn't
yeah.
want Mexius, so we have to
It
pick
says
Mexius.
it says you better not pick Mexius. Well, come
So,
on,
yeah,
man.
we have to pick
So
it.
you knew.
Zacharias.
He is persuading you to pick
Zacharias.
Mexius, and by saying don't do it. He knows better than that. He
Zara,
has to know better than that.
Mavis, Zaron, Delilius.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, okay, so he says not Mexius, so he's definitely Mexius.
Yeah, Mexius has got to be in it. I mean, that's a guaranteed.
I
So
got
X
Josh-
is,
Now you have to start writing his backstory.
oh my god.
Oh.
You can start from birth or just jump in there.
Oh no, he wasn't birthed. He fell from.
He fell from the sky or came out of a cave or like he just
Not-
showed up. Or he
From
walked
the
in.
depths of
What if he
hell.
walked into the town one day and nobody knows his backstory? Just like straight from the gods. See, he's
Gods of hell.
oh wait, hey, gods are gods. Doesn't matter where they're from. Gods are gods.
There's gods. There's gods in D&D.
Yeah,
There is
yeah.
an entire section in this book of
To
gods.
assist the minions, right there, straight from the gods to assist the minions.
So
He
usually
wants-
when you play D&D, like other characters don't know your backstory and that you like, go into it
Oh,
and you learn. Because like you
Nexius
might
the
have a
Third.
bad backstory. Like my character's backstory in my game, she like murdered her whole town, flattened it, destroyed it.
Chambersburg.
She didn't tell anybody that. And this town no longer exists on the map, but they don't
She
know
wa-
that.
You went Children of the Corn in Chambersburg. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, what influenced you for that story?
She's got stories. She's got
Okay.
stories.
So yeah, but it was also wow. But it was also so in Game of Thrones when they
Don't even get me started. Okay, I blame
No,
you.
I don't care. I don't care. But my influence was when they burned that little girl to death.
Yes.
So my character as a storm
Rough.
sorcerer, you like can just randomly get your powers. You're not born with them, and they call it a surge. So my character used to be an entertainer in her town, and
Lizzo says she doesn't want to hoe no more. Okay.
You said
That's all
burning children, and I'm just like, we are soulmates.
so
Wow.
so she slept with the wrong people, and the whole town then tried to like burn her to death in front of everybody. But in this like life or death moment, her powers surged, and as a storm sorcerer, it like just exploded, and it flattened and murdered everybody. And so, as like she was a human, but to be a Kalistar, you have like this dream spirit attached to your soul and like binded to you. So this mage found her. And to know, she's dying, and he's like, the only thing I can do is binding this spirit to her soul to bring her back to life. So now she's this Kalistar, and she was with this mage for 4 years to learn how to use her powers.
So
And
she's
then-
Chucky.
She's
What?
been through a lot.
She's what, Max?
She's Chucky.
She's Chucky. Yeah, she's Chucky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
I was actually thinking that she was more like, what's the chick's name in Deadpool? Negasonic teenage, whatever.
Yeah,
the girl that like,
Negasonic Teenage Woman.
wow, just blows
Yeah.
things up. Yeah, what is it? Mega Supersonic.
Megasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, Megasonic Teenage Warhead.
but
That's
like
the
as a
character.
storm sorcerer, she's essentially like Storm from X-Men. Like for me, as like pulling spells as I level up, I can only pull.
Yeah, it's like Annie. It's like Annie from League of Legends.
Yeah, I can only pull like lightning,
A hoochie
I can pull
version.
lightning, cold, force, and thunder damage spells. That's like all I can pick. But it's nice though. It's fine.
Okay.
I-
That's good. I'm glad you know that. How long did it take you to come up with that? How many movies did
like
you have to
4
watch?
hours.
Wow.
It's like a 4-page backstory.
Hey, you know it.
And then I have a backstory on the spirit in her head. Like I went in depth in this.
That
And
just
I-
makes me so happy.
I paid an artist to actually like create the character, so I have like what she actually looks like. I'm still
Can we
waiting-
see? Is that okay?
I'm waiting on it. I like just recently decided to do this, and
Wait,
so I like got drafts.
Oh.
So you're saying the next time we have one of these, you're going to show me a picture of rats that making love
Nice.
like John Oliver.
Yeah.
Have you seen the John Oliver paintings? Have you seen
Yes.
the John Oliver show?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a guy in the 1990s who painted out of York, Pennsylvania, rats in all sorts of they're like human rats, but they were all making out with each other in like sexual positions and whatever. So John Oliver saw this because he was Netflixing, and he was like, I've got to know what happened to this one specific piece of art by this guy from York, Pennsylvania in the 1992. Right? It was so he set out like a worldwide search. If you know where this is, and he found it. Someone had it, and they had framed it in this really bad gold frame, and it was like, yeah. And he's like, "We need a piece of good news," and he brought it out, and he was like, "Shazam! We found it!" And then they donated $20,000 to the food pantry of this guy's confusing. And they they bought it from $1,000 for her. They bought it from them for $1,000 and then donated 20 grand on top of it because he had a lot of money because they weren't actually shooting shows. So it's like the arts. I expect you to unveil this 2 or 3 weeks from now if we ever meet back.
You better have a nice gold frame for it.
Yeah,
too.
like a gold. I'm talking like
It's
framed
possible.
out.
Yeah.
You gotta
She's
see it, though.
giving me a digital print. I'll have to like print it out. And
Whatever. I need to visualize this like angry like
I
hoochie
No.
mama demon sorcerer chick.
Mama, she's liberated.
Didn't she say she slept with everybody in the town?
yeah.
So
But it works though because when I rolled her stats, I rolled like really well on some stats, and so like she's proficient in persuasion, deception,
proficient in
and I get advantage rolls on intimidation, so it works great.
so it fits right into your story.
Yep, it fit perfectly.
Wow.
Very nice.
It was great.
Wow.
Oh, Lord
I'm
Jesus
so
Christ.
happy you have Dungeons and Dragons because I've never gotten into that. I mean,
I always told myself in high school, I was like, I won't be that kid. They're
yeah,
nerds.
I knew you were that kid when you bought me literally Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You brought me Game of Thrones and you bought me glasses. By the way, I still have them. And so yeah, the House of Stark glass. I'm like, yeah, you were always going to be this girl, so don't lie.
And then I went to Magfest and like
Yeah.
everything just went downhill.
Yeah, whatever.
D&D's all about the DM, Josh. If
Is
you
it
have a
well? Yeah.
teller, you could get into as a history guy. You could get into it.
Yeah, you would enjoy DMing a game. You'd really like it because you have to get like super in depth of like the history of what's going on, the town, location, the place.
And you get to screw with people.
Nice. Maybe I would like that. Yeah.
Because who's to say that your story doesn't change like that? Oh, you guys are doing. Oh, guess what?
Yeah,
Boom.
no. A meteor just landed, damn it.
Well,
All right,
so
what are you
what
going to do now?
What you can do, what my DM does at least, is he will tell the players to roll a percentile, which is just a D10 that has like a 9 and a 0 beside it. So you would roll that, and then like what you would roll, he would pick something on a table that he has.
Oh yeah, sure. You're
Yeah. To like.
Yeah, no, I'm making it up as I go, no doubt.
You don't see his card.
Yeah, I'm making it all up right
it's all
there.
trusting.
Oprah Winfrey just showed up and she wants the car back, damn it. What are you going to do?
What are you talking? We're in medieval times.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Oprah Winfrey just showed up and wants the
cart and the horse.
The cart. She wants the cart and the horseback
Oprah
right
showed
now.
up in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'll make it happen.
There are
And
turtle races.
Turtle races?
Yeah.
They're awfully slow, aren't they?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Are they really slow races?
Portals or something?
Get it? No, we got my joke.
Wah,
Okay,
wah.
Dad jokes 101. Yeah, see, I got it. Yeah, slow race. Mike
No,
over
no.
there's dying. Mike is dying with that one. He's like, that's a joke I would get down with.
Yes, they have turtles.
He stayed silent, so.
Yeah, no, well, it's I have not died. There it is.
Have not
There
died.
you go. Here.
Where if I can find like a good picture of the turtles?
Turtles.
That's what they're called. But yeah, they're pretty much
Turtles.
turtle people. They're big turtle people. Here.
So, Joe, what's the next thing you're going to be streaming here? What's your next gig?
Right now, I'm in Undertale, and I think we're close to the end, but I'm doing it blind. We're kind of having fun with it. Where I had them come up with a list of games that I'd never played, and I let them take a vote on what I play next, as long as the games sound like garbage. So they're gonna vote when we finish this one of what we're doing next.
That's cool. How many people do you have following you right now? I mean, do you have like a avid following?
There's, I think, 300 people following me, but maybe 15, 20 people show up every night. And it's basically, I know that this is not crazy, but I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with my students in very different ways. Speaking of which, Zook said to say hello to you. He texted me.
Nice.
He's been watching, and he wanted
Zook,
to say
my
hello.
man Zook.
Yes. So I don't know. It keeps changing how we're doing things, and they're coming up with things. Like now we do cat cam and dog cam, where they can request me to pull up the cat into the camera. It's a
cool.
lot bad. Huh?
I was talking about my daughter over here. What she wants to start doing. I asked Sarah. That's how this whole thing kind of came out. I asked Sarah like, "How does this work?" She was like, "Well, you just need blah blah blah," and was going through this list. And then so my daughter wants to start like streaming her Roblox games to YouTube. So there's no real stream yet because I'm like, yeah, you're 10, and I want to kind of protect you still. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, your daughter's 10.
Yeah. Hey, Gwen, come here. Watch this. You ready? Gwen, come here. Gwen, get over here. Breezy wants to say hi. Come here. Come here. Get over here. You gotta walk over here. Come on. Yeah, I know. Walk. I know. Come on. She's pardon the outfit. She does not dress like this all the time. Hold on, Gwendolyn. Do not show yourself. She was KDA a collie in it right now all day today. So she's in a half shirt. She does not wear this all the time. Do not judge me. All right, Gwen, you ready? Come on, say hi.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is my 10-year-old daughter. Yeah, she doesn't wear that half shirt outside the house. Like, no. She's over the computer all day. Tell him. You gonna tell him? No, she's shot. What is this? She's not talking. Okay. Goodbye. She said bye. All right. Yeah, she's 10, lady. How old are you now?
I'm 21.
There you go. See that? She's 10.
22 in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Happy early birthday.
Hey, for a present, can you show me your rat picture or whatever it is on your birthday?
My what?
The picture of your thing, like your character.
Yeah.
The character thing.
Yeah, the character thing.
Yeah.
See, Mike knew the character thing. He knew.
Show me a picture of your thing.
Yeah. I realized it. I was just gonna keep going with it. It doesn't matter.
Give the guy a shovel. Let him dig some more.
Yeah. Whatever. Holes are holes,
Okay.
right?
The Minnesota stay-at-home order ends on May 4th, but our governor might extend it. So I'm either gonna party really hard on my birthday on May 5th, or I'm just gonna be miserable.
You do realize this is gonna end badly for anybody who goes out and parties. Like,
yep.
Let's all get together right now. Let's buck the man. They don't know what's good for me. Come here.
We already have cases because they protested at Governor Walz's house 2 weeks ago. That we have cases from people who went to that.
I'm glad. I am glad. I'm saying it. I'm glad.
What
I just hope you don't overwhelm the system.
Whatever.
Yeah. So what doesn't make sense, at least for us, is Governor Walz was like, "Oh, we're gonna let some businesses go back to work on Monday, but you have to be approved and prove to us that you're doing this cleaning stuff. But schools are closed for the rest of the semester, but daycares are open. A daycare isn't a school." But I can't go to work.
You're literally
in my warehouse. I can't even do that.
Literally Texas, right on top of that.
I'm like,
hey, I'm happy to say I've been enjoying staying home a lot.
Well, that makes
I'm fine with that. This cyber thing, I'm down. Let's do this.
I'm going crazy.
Before the
I'm
world
dying.
ended,
I'm also dying. I thought it was fun at first, and now I'm just
You're also, by the way, point of life. You're describing marriage, just so you know. Go for it.
So after MagFest bound, I was like, I need a vacation and I need to go somewhere and I need to take a break before it hits busy season at work. I need a breather. And then the world was like, here's your break. I was like, this is
nice. This is not the break I'm talking about. These are not the droids. You're not looking for these ones.
It's like the real life rabbit's paw. I wish I had time off. Okay.
I was like, this is not the break I asked for.
Oh yeah, I was completely like that. I was like, oh my gosh, UTEP hasn't extended classes yet. I hope they do, because it'd be really great to have an extended spring break. And then halfway through spring break, they're like, okay, school's basically online for the rest of the semester. Bye. Get out of here. And I was like,
they don't want it. It comes down to the fact that they don't want to give you your money back. That's how this works. All right. They're not trying to give anybody money back. We got a service. We're going to give it to you. That's that.
I can complain about anything. The Pi Capital doesn't mean anything, Mike.
The Pi Capital? What? Really? Austin is the Pi Capital of the world?
No, Kyle. I'm in Kyle, Texas. It's just outside of Austin.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, we have named ourselves the Pi Cap. No, not of the world. Of Texas. Of Texas.
This is the capital of Chambersburg. I just named myself.
Yeah, yes. It's how they do it. Just go with it.
I don't know what happened. I literally left for college. I came back and there was a bunch of signs on the side of the road saying "Pie Capital of Texas."
Oh, what
Pie
the heck?
God. And I was just like, "What? Where?" So now I have giant pies everywhere in my.
The signs make it official. That's cool. Hey, I went to Indiana, Pennsylvania, and there's a big billboard on the way in that says they're the Christmas tree capital of the world. So,
Okay.
You can get
Okay.
certified, and our businesses can get certified.
Certified. Wow, that is dad joke. Can you certify me? Like, can you like how do
Do I
Dad
have to make
jokes.
I can
pies
ask.
to get
I know people.
certified?
I know people on the student council in my city of like 5 people.
I want to be certified for something. I don't know.
you look like you've already been certified.
Yeah, a couple times over. Oh, man,
Uh,
man, you're killing me. All right, so what is this? You look like you've already. Yes, I have. See this? Yeah, come on.
He doesn't need this abuse from you people. He's got tons.
Yeah, like, what do you? I mean, come on. COVID-19. That's what happens when you go to college, right? Freshman 15, right? COVID-19. That's about right.
COVID-19.
I mean,
COVID.
I have to walk away from that one.
I'm
I
at like
mean-
COVID 36 over here.
COVID 45, baby. Here we go.
wow.
It's the chips and tip. I mean, I can't lie. It's what it is.
I'm still friends with like 3 people that I went to college with, and I made a joke with them where I was like, because this would have been the semester I would have graduated if I
Yeah.
stayed in college, and I was like, ha, you guys got the same thing I did, nothing.
Ouch. Ouch. Like,
I was like, and mine was cheaper.
wow. That kind of hurts my soul, Breezy Guy, that you're that angry. But now it explains why you have an evil girl that, kills her whole
Yeah,
neighborhood.
kids all, yeah.
Yeah.
All of my characters,
Just
when I
slept
make
with
them, they're
everyone
all
in ca-
chaotic because I could never be lawful.
Unreal.
Y'all, I think I'm out. I'm getting hungry.
I think we did 2 hours. I think is this session over?
Yeah, this is way over.
We're about to be like.
I still need to go shower.
I can smell you from here. It's only
I know, dude. I
5:30.
stink. I've been digging holes in my backyard for like plants and stuff.
Hey,
and so
Can we shout out Darth Joeyus? Follow him on the Twitch. Okay,
Darth
can
Joeyus?
you get the EP Honey Badger to shout him out?
we can
That
do
the
that.
Darth Joeyus. Hey, follow this guy. He's pretty funny.
I think everyone.
He has
Yeah.
a cat.
He has a cat and a dog.
3 cats.
You had 3 cats, and we only got to see 1.
Yeah, what the heck?
Want to round up the other ones?
No, don't.
All of the cats, all of the time.
It's like calling.
Here we go.
Dude, I
All like the
would
cats.
watch your stream, even if it was like if you just did like cat stream.
He apparently
Like,
has been streaming. No, like why I remembered to invite him to this because like all the kids were like, "Yeah, dude, he's on every night streaming." I'm like, it doesn't shock me that he's on every night streaming, but it does. So which one is this?
This is Mr. Ploopy.
Mr. Ploopy. Of course it is. Of course it is.
My nephews got to name all of my pets. Oh, not the dog. I named the dog.
Okay.
Well,
My dog. It says before we get out of here, Annabelle we got from the pound, and it says it was like her name's Marlene, and then it says does not like cats, like as big as possible, like no cats. I'm like, all right, we don't have a cat, we're good. Yeah.
my
And
dog,
to this
Cheddar.
day,
We named him. His name's Hurricane Cheddar Cheese. He he would leave cats alone. Like he chased bunnies, he chased squirrels. But if there's a cat in the yard, he'd just be sitting there staring at the cat.
some cat beat his ass one time. That's what happened.
I
Some
bet.
cat he's like, nah, I'm not going through that thing. All right,
like,
so
I'm done.
hey, Darth Joeyus, please. I'm helping the guy out. It's good stuff.
Yeah, follow him.
I appreciate the shout out, buddy.
You're welcome. Max Gemelli, you're the man. Thanks for coming by, El Paso people. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
Love letter,
Cool.
SpongeBob.
The next time we do this, I'll tell you what love letter is.
okay.
we'll have to do this again.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mike, thanks for putting it together, Mike.
yeah,
Yeah, thanks,
thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
Or
Thank
shall
you.
we say
Yeah, what was it?
Mexius?
Mexius?
Mexius
Mexius, the third, right? Something the third.
Mexius the third.
the third. He is a devil jester.
Yeah,
Pick
I'm
him
not
up
doing
playing.
anything for weeks, so
So yeah, next time I'll invite you again. Right? Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for having me. Good
Bye,
times.
everyone.
Maybe we should do it again.
Everyone.
Bye all.
Bye.